Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession. Real skills for the real world. Level up your career or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Welcome to Hocking College Football, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
And good afternoon and welcome. We are live from Hocking College. It is week 4 for the Hawks. The first time we've been here since week 1. It's been a little bit of a break here for us at Total Media, but the Hocking Hawks have been on the road the past few weeks. And, you know, Daniel Barnard here alongside Tad Steinbrink. And Tad, the game that we saw week 1 with Hocking and Ohio Valley Community Christian College, Hocking looked outstanding. Now, granted, it was the first game in program history for Ohio Valley Community Christian College, but Hocking really came out swinging, and it was really led by Brent Upshaw. He was outstanding at the quarterback position, showed the arm strength that he has, able to make plays on the run. It was a really impressive performance from him, and they're really going to be looking to him to get back on track today after losing 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, it absolutely was an impressive performance, and they showed themselves in that first game that they can certainly move the ball offensively, which they've continued to do in these road games, the last couple games. But in that first game, they also showed some susceptibility to giving up some big plays on the defensive side, and that unfortunately has also continued in these 2 road games. And really, the Hocking Hawks, they have to figure out a way to make stops on the defensive side. You can't be giving up the points that they've given up these last 2 games. If they can figure things out on the defensive side, they're going to be in pretty good shape, because I have no doubt that this offense can score with anybody in this area in the JUCO level. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they come out here. They're facing a team that's also 1-2, and we're going to get to see it live for the second time for ourselves here today at the beautiful campus of Hocking College. We've definitely been fortunate weather-wise so far this football season. It's definitely been dry, no doubt. But again, this is a beautiful day here at Hocking College, and we expect a pretty competitive game.
Yeah, it's been nice, and you know, it doesn't feel as hot as it has been the whole week. We got a nice breeze flowing through here, so should be pretty comfortable temperatures come kickoff. But yeah, like you talked about, it's 2 teams coming in today, 1-2 on the year. Hocking College taking on Community Christian College of Detroit. It's actually the same overall program as Ohio Valley. It's an online school with several athletic departments across the country. So an interesting note there is that the Hawks are taking on the same overall program here this afternoon. Detroit coming in 1-2 on the year. They've dropped their last 2. They lost in week 2 to the College of DuPage 51-31 last week against Lackawanna College 83-0. So you know that they are looking to get back on track here this afternoon against Hocking. We'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, it'll be time for kickoff.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession, real skills for the real world. Level up your career, or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started. They held 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Through the perilous fight. 'Tis the Lord's doing,
We are just about set for football here from Hocking College. Once again, Daniel Barnard alongside Tad Steinbrink. Tad, it is a beautiful afternoon for football. But what are you looking for in this one from the Hocking Hawks in order to get back on track after losing 2 in a row?
Again, it's all about the defensive side this game. Coach Moore, I'm sure he's been preaching all week long and probably for the last couple weeks that they have to right the ship on the defensive side. And, again, the offense is clicking. They're just fine. They'll put points up again today. But it all depends on what that defense is going to do and how they show up here on that side of the field.
It absolutely will. And let's go back to that game week 1 against Ohio Valley Community Christian College, a 41-12 win for this Hawks team. They came out swinging early and often. Fireworks in that first half from the offensive side. Brent Upshaw, the starting quarterback for the Hawks, was just absolutely outstanding. They were able to open up the pass game with the run game on the ground from Nicarius Allgood, Kevin Gibbon in there as well. The rushing attack was great. The passing attack was great. I imagine that that has remained much of the same over these past 2 weeks. Despite losing, the Hawks did put up 29 points against Hudson Valley, and they put up 33 against DuPage. So the offense has not been the issue. Like you said, Tad, it has been the defense that has struggled these past 2 weeks. So definitely looking to get going right on the defensive side of the ball. And the coin toss has just happened, so we will get word on who will be receiving the ball. I believe Hocking will get the football first, if I heard that correctly. Yeah. But when you look at this, Detroit team, the Community Christian College Detroit Lions, so they, I think they may have copied it. I think they may have copied a team up there in Detroit. Not sure. But when you look at Detroit, they were winners 47-7 in week 1 against Madonna University. They are from Livonia, Michigan, Madonna is, and they ran out a JV squad against Detroit in week 1. So all things considered, an easier win for them in week 1. They took on DuPage. Week 2, lost 51-31, and then last week, like I said, Lackawanna College beat them 83-0. So week 4 here at Hocking, looking to get right. And Hocking also looking to get right, and I was incorrect. Hocking will kick away to get this game underway. They line it up at the 35-yard line, kicking right to left. 15 minutes on the clock. First quarter, we are set for some week 4 action here at Hocking College. Zach Oyster tees it up, and the left-footed kicker is ready to go. He runs up, swings the leg, and we are underway here from Hocking. It'll be returned at the 20. Up the right side he goes. He's got a space. Down the right sideline into Hocking territory goes the Lions down at the 41-yard line. A great start for the visiting Lions.
Yeah, tremendous return. As you said, it's a great field position to start out for the Lions. On that return, the ball was kicked to basically be the Lions' right-hand side of the field, and the returner just simply took it right up the sidelines. The Hawks did not have contained set on that sidelines, and so they were able to pick it up. Hawks were somewhat fortunate there that ball didn't go back for a touchdown.
It was Billy Drake, the return man for the Lions, and now Carson Thornton and this Lions offense will get it going from the 41-yard line. He takes the snap, acts as if he's going to throw, tipped over the middle and incomplete. Good defensive play from Hocking. That pass was almost intercepted on the first play of the game.
Yeah, good start there for the Hocking Hawks defense. Again, as we've been saying from the start, everything's going to really depend on how this Hawks defense shows up today.
The Lions in their white jerseys, black pants, Hocking out in all blue here this afternoon. It's a shotgun look. Thornton hands off. It's Ledesma right up the middle. He's going to take it forward for about 4 before taken down at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Lions look like they have some really good athletes up front on the line of scrimmage, some big kids there. You can tell they're athletic. that number 58 will have to catch some of these numbers as we go and learn them as we go. But he certainly looks like an athlete to me. So Hocking Hawks defensive line is going to have to step up, it looks like, here today.
Thornton stands in the shotgun, motions a man right to left. He takes the snap, drops back to throw. Now he's going to take off and run. Has some space to the right side, tries to make a man miss. He's going to be out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's going to be enough for the first down. They'll move the chains and stay alive with the offense out on the field.
And you look at the roster for really both teams, but especially this Lions team, it's all freshmen and sophomore. Again, pretty much a brand new program. And so they're kind of learning as we go here, and a lot of young kids out there competing here today on both sides of the field. And it takes some time for those things to gel and things to work themselves out, but it looks like the Lions so far have things rolling in the right direction.
First down and 10 from the Hocking 30-yard line. Detroit with the football, trying to score first. It's a jet sweep on the end around Billy Drake. He's got it up the right sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 25. He had the outstanding kick return to get us started up over 30 yards on the kick return. Now he takes the jet sweep for about 6 yards.
Yeah, just a very simple play there out of the shotgun with the motion. Back and just handed it off, and they were able to quickly get the edge. The Hawks clearly are going to have to do a better job of keeping contained here against the Lions.
It'll be second down and 4, ball spotted at the 24-yard line. Thornton takes the snap, same exact play. Billy Drake down the right side, now tries to cut it up the middle. He is going to be taken down around the 22-yard line. He picks up 2 more. It'll be third down and short, got halfway there.
So the Hawks did a much better job there of setting the edge, but Drake does what you're supposed to do in those jet sweeps, which is if the edge is set, you need to kind of dip inside, and then bounce it back out, and that usually will help set up your blockers and look pretty good as far as these Hawks.
Third down and 2 from the 22-yard line. Takes the snap. Thornton's going to keep it himself. Up the left side, he dives forward. It's going to be a first down. And they will keep this drive alive inside the red zone now. They've picked up over 20 yards on the ground. They've thrown the ball once, an incomplete pass on the first play of the game. But ever since then, keeping it on the ground, and they've been successful. We're over 3 minutes in here, 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go. As the Lions look over to their sideline to get the play call. Now they get back on the football at the 17-yard line. First down and 10. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. It's Ledesma in the backfield as the running back. Thornton tapes the snap, rolling out to his right. Pass is caught inside the 10-yard line and pushed out of bounds. It'll be a second down and short coming up. A nice throw and catch right there.
Really easy pitch and catch there. They basically out-schemed the Hawks on that play. The motion man just simply ran into the flats. It looked like maybe the Hawks were in man-to-man coverage. The corner went with the slant route, and there was nobody covering the motion man into the flats.
Second down and 2 from the 9-yard line. 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Thornton hasn't gone under center yet here this afternoon. He stands in the shotgun once again. Motion man, it's Billy Drake. He's going to take it on the jet sweep. Cuts it back up the middle, trying to make a man miss. Weaving his way back inside the 10. He gets about 1, maybe 2 more. And it should maybe just a yard short of the first down. It'll be third down and short. Big play coming up for the Hocking defense.
Drake has already shown that he's really good at understanding the concept of that jet sweep and how to handle if the defense does set the edge. The linebackers, the Hocking Hawks linebackers, have to play a little bit more inside out with that so that when he does cut back, they're going to be there ready to make the tackle.
Thornton stands in the shotgun. Motions Drake left to right. Takes the snap. Thornton keeps it himself, pushing his way forward. Stops shy of the 5, but he does get enough for the first down. It'll be first and goal from the 6. And fans, it is important to note that we got the roster for Detroit right off of the website. Some of the numbers incorrect due to the fact that they just got new jerseys. So We are trying to mix and match numbers here on this roster. Some of the receivers out there not listed on the roster, so bear with us here. We've got some of them, but not all of them.
Looked like with that last play, Rayshon Kennedy did a nice job of getting some push up front. Was able to stop the quarterback quickly.
Now on 1st and goal, it's a keeper down the right side. Not going anywhere is Thornton.
Yeah, nice play there by Frazier for the Hawks. Giovanni Frazier. Again, defensive line starting to step up here a little bit as we're getting closer to the end zone, starting to stiffen up. And that's definitely going to be an absolute must here with what? Got the ball on about the 6-yard line, I would say there, Daniel.
Yeah, the ball is spotted down. It's on the 5-yard line, actually.
Okay.
So they did get a yard forward there. It'll be 2nd down and goal, 5 yards out. We are over 6 minutes into the first quarter, a methodical drive that started from the Hocking 40-yard line. It has gone forward 35 yards in 6 minutes of play. Thornton takes the snap, fakes the jet sweep, keeps it himself down the right side. He's taken down just shy of the goal line, does get forward for about 3. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, great play there, and I'm trying to catch the number here for the Hawks at number 52. Again, linebacker, basically coming from the linebacking position, did a nice job of being inside out so that when that quarterback cut back up, he was right there to make the solo tackle on the 2-yard line.
It'll be 3rd down and goal, 2 yards out for the Lions, trying to punch it in for the first score of the game. They've got 3 receivers to the right. Running back also lined up behind the receivers on the right side. Man in motion from the left. It's Billy Drake. Fakes the jet sweep. Great play in the backfield by the Hawks defense. They take him down, and it's 4th and goal.
Yeah, really nice job of staying at home there by Ernest Franklin, and as well as one other player I missed there. But Franklin, he's obviously a really good athlete out there. Was disciplined on that play. That's basically the same play they ran back-to-back where the quarterback just faked the jet sweep and took it opposite, essentially counteraction out of the backfield. And the Hawks did a nice job both times on that play.
And now it's 4th and goal, and they're keeping the offense out there. Going to go for it from the 2. With 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, Thornton motions a man. It's Drake. He takes the jet sweep, trying to angle to the pylon. He is in. Touchdown, Lions. They are on the board first on the 2-yard jet sweep touchdown.
Hawks had him at first there. They slowed it down his momentum after the jet motion, but they weren't able to get the corner off the block to be able to continue to set the edge and make the play, and the Lions were able to get into the end zone.
This Hocking defense, who has struggled the past 2 weeks, continues those struggles on the opening drive. It's a 41-yard touchdown drive that took them around, if not more than 10 plays.
Yeah,
Just slowly but methodically getting down the field for the Lions.
Really started with the kickoff and the kickoff return. The Hawks, obviously giving them the ball on the 40-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2 here as Thornton takes the snap, drops back to throw, looking for a man. Now he's got to scramble out to his right, throws it. It's too short, incomplete. Hit the ground, trapped in the end zone. So 6 points on the opening drive for the Lions. They are up 6-0 with 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We'll step aside on the Total Media live stream.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession. Real skills for the real world. Level up your career or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Welcome back. 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Hocking trailing 6-0. They gave up an opening drive touchdown that lasted for 41 yards and over 8 minutes with the football in the Lions' hands. An outstanding start for them on offense, just what they were looking for, as they will now tee it up to kick it away. It looks like Carson Thornton, the quarterback, is also the kicker.
Well, it's interesting that they went for 2 there after the opening touchdown. Probably tells us that they don't have much of a kicking game, and that may play into things later on in this game.
They might need to call up Waterford's kicker.
Yeah,
from last night.
I tell you what, man, that was something else. 51-yarder that I thought for sure was good.
Thornton kicks it away. It's a squibbing kick down the left side. It will roll out of bounds, a free kick out of bounds, so that will lead the Hawks to starting with good field position. But yeah, going back to that point, last night in high school football, Waterford taking on Nelsonville York, a crazy finish in that one that was a 51-yard missed field goal by Waterford, an attempt to win it at the buzzer. Could not get it through, but man, oh man, do they have themselves a kicker. Great power in the leg, had the distance just wide to the left. That was a fun one. Be sure to catch us on the Rocky Outdoor Gear Store Athens County Game of the Week every single Friday. Next week we'll be at Alexander. Vinton County taking on Alexander. You won't want to miss it on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ.
And of course, if you wanted to watch that Nelsonville York thriller last night, you can go to Total Media Sports and replay the live stream.
First and 10, Brent Upshaw going deep on the first play of the game. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 9, Eric Thomas.
Yeah, and Thomas is clearly one of his favorite receivers, favorite targets, and he was open. And that was the type of pass week 1 that Brent Upshaw just did not miss those throws in week 1. Again, just the very first throw of the game, very first pass of the game. Certainly there's some nerves that are in a first drive of any game, and so I'm sure he'll settle in.
A tight spiral, good arm strength behind Brent Upshaw, just overthrew him. Now Upshaw, he's going to give it to his running back, stopped in the backfield. I believe that was Kevin Gibbon, the freshman running back. Not going anywhere, now it's third down and long.
Yeah, Tristan Keelan for the Lions just reached up and snatched him and pulled him down. Again, you can tell Lions have some pretty good athletes up front on both sides of the field ball.
It's going to be third down and 10, maybe 11 yards here from the 35-yard line. The Hawks in danger of giving the football right back to the Lions, already down 6-0. With 6 minutes to go here in this first quarter, third down and 10. Upshaw takes a snap immediately under pressure, rolling to his left. He's got a man right on his tail. He's going to be hit from behind and dragged down at the 39-yard line. Brings up fourth down, and I believe maybe a little too long to try and go for it. Looks like the punting team's coming out.
Just immediate pressure for Upshaw, and he tried to escape it. He was looking to throw the ball the entire time, but eventually he just ran out of time and had to try to make something out of it. But not exactly what Coach Moore and the Hawks wanted to do to try to answer that score by the Lions. Going 3 and out here. So again, the onus gets back on the defense. The defense has got to show up and start putting stops together.
And now the Hawks lined up to punt it away. Ball spotted at the 40. It was a pickup of 5.
They're coming after it.
On third down. Nobody deep. The punt is away. It's a good one. Bounces right outside the 20, and it hits a Hawk at the 20. They'll fall on it there and down it. So a punt of 40 yards. And that will lead the Lions back out for their second drive. They've got a little longer of a field to go here for their second drive on offense.
Yeah, that was interesting. Detroit had nobody deep. They were bringing everyone. They were going after the block kick, and the Hawks did a nice job of blocking it and being able to get the punt off in time. And turns out they're able to flip the field pretty good. And so, as you said, Daniel, the Lions are going to have to go much further this time than the previous.
Both teams trying to play the field position battle there. The Hawks trying to flip the field. The Lions trying to block a punt and get the ball in plus territory. Worked out for the Hawks. They flip it nicely, 40-yard punt. Now first and 10 from their own 20. The Lions have it back. It's a first down give to the back, pushing his way forward just shy of the 30 before being taken down is Mateo Ledesma.
Just a big scrum right there up the middle, and the Lions were able to get good push between their center and two guards. And the running back just kind of laid in behind them and kept pushing forward for a nice gain on first down.
It'll be second down and 2 yards to go from the 28-yard line. We're already 11 minutes in, 4.5 to go here in this first quarter. Thornton stands in the shotgun, takes the snap, he gives right back to Ledesma, pushing his way forward. He maybe got one, did not get to the line to gain. It'll bring up a third down and very short.
Jerry King, the freshman outside linebacker, did a nice job of squeezing that one down. Looked like they had some guys pulling. He squeezed down and was able to make the play quickly and prevent the first down. So pretty big third down here early on in this game.
3rd and 1. They do give him one on that second down carry. Now Billy Drake will substitute back into the ball game. Malachi Clark exits. Thornton running over the play in the huddle as they get onto the football with 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. 15 seconds on the play clock. Stands in the shotgun alone. Receivers out wide, 3 of them. Thornton takes the snap. It's a QB keeper, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. A great defensive stand for the Hawks. Now we got some whistles blowing down on the field. We'll see what we got. Not seeing any flags, but everybody's just kind of standing around, looking around like what's going on. But as it stands, it's going to be 4th down and 5 from the 25-yard line. He lost 4.
As long as I'm reading those numbers correctly, that may be Jesse Parson that made that play, number 88. And did a really nice job, again, just being able to maintain, contain, and
Tad, they're going for this here. The no punt team on the field.
Showed that they don't have
and now
really
Thornton does back up.
Okay.
He is going to punt it last second. And back deep to return. It's number 24, the Hawks, taking it up across midfield, past the 40, the 30, down to the 20, the 10, 5, angling for the pylon. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. What a return for Tito Spears.
So the Lions, that's example number 3 that they've showed. They really don't have a whole lot of special teams in place. They just let the quarterback step back and punt. The problem with that is your coverage. You've not really practiced a whole lot with your coverage with your offensive line. And so if you are able to cleanly field that football like the Hawks did, chances are you're going to have a pretty good return. And they nearly scored the touchdown there. Obviously, they're setting very pretty inside the 1-yard line, it looks like.
They are on the 1, like you said, Tad, right on the goal line, looking to get back into this ball game, down 6-0. 1st and goal from the 1. Upshaw stands in the shotgun. He's got Kevin Gibbon back there with him. He gives to Gibbon. Gibbon is in. Touchdown, Hawks. Boy, that drive lasted a while.
Yep.
Right into the end zone they go on the first play from 1 yard out, and we are tied at 6.
And what started that drive, Daniel? It was the defense, right? The defense getting that 3 and out, making that stop.
It was all 3 phases.
Punt. Yes,
all
three
phases.
And then you execute, obviously, there on the first down and get the touchdown. So that's good to see for the Hawks to come out there defensively, get the stop. Really nice punt return for nearly a touchdown, and then they finish off there with the run right up the middle.
Zach Oyster out for the point after. The holder, Quento Wafer. Oyster, the left-footed kicker, awaits the snap. It's down the hold, and it's blocked. What a play by the special teams. The ball is live, and the Hawks fall on it in the end zone.
They can't fall on it in the end zone, but, yeah. The defense could have picked it up and if it went behind the line, I believe. Yep. But anyway.
So it is a blocked extra point, and we are tied at 6. What a play from the Lions on defense there. You take the positives with the negatives, and the positive there was they keep it tied.
Yeah. Again, all about the defense, right? All about the defense.
And we will step aside here on the Total Media live stream, all tied at 6.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
With 2
Hocking
minutes,
College is the natural choice for your
2 minutes and 51 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Each team with 6 points on the board. The Lions tried to go for 2, didn't get it. The Hawks had an extra point blocked. And now on the return, Billy Drake again pushed out of bounds at the exact same spot, the 41-yard line. An outstanding return man for the Lions. Sets him up beautifully once again.
Yeah, it's almost like they hit repeat there on that kickoff. Same exact thing happened, and the Hawks might be wise to kick away from that young man, because each time he's shown certainly the ability to bring it back. They're just not getting these edges set on the kickoffs, the contain in place. And again, the Hawks probably be wise to kick away from that young man.
They set it up at the 40-yard line. A great return for Billy Drake. Now 1st and 10 for the Lions inside Hocking territory. Thornton stands in the shotgun. He's got a receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Ledesma in the backfield. He gives right to him. Right up the gut he goes. Still pushing his way forward up to the 31-yard line before being taken down. A powerful run, and now he is slow to get up.
Results in 9 yards.
Up to his feet.
Lions take over with 2nd and 1.
It's clear that the Lions are going to rely heavily on the rushing game today, and so I expect the Hawks more and more so. They're probably going to start creeping more people into the box to try to force them to throw.
2nd down and 1 from the 31. Thornton takes the snap, 3-step drop. Now rolls to his left, throws on the runs, got a man wide open. It's caught inside the 20, pushed out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Set up beautifully, 1st down and 10.
Pretty simple scheme there for the offense route-wise, and the Hawks were in some type of zone coverage, and the receiver just kind of set out there about 10 yards down the field, just set there on the sidelines, and the Hawks just lost him in the secondary, and well executed there by the Lions.
It'll be 1st down and 10. 1st down and goal. They spotted at the 10-yard line. I thought he was just short of the 10, but they do give it to him. So 1st and goal, the 1st down is the end zone. Thornton in the shotgun, takes a snap, immediate roll to the right. Looking for a receiver, still on the move, now floats it back corner, too far, and incomplete.
First down pass is incomplete. They'll bring up 2nd down and goal for the Lions.
Situation there where Thornton may have been wise to tuck it and go, because chances are he may have scored if he had, but his eyes were downfield trying to find a receiver and just tossed it up to try to give his receiver a chance there, but it was too far.
That brings up 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Minute 26 to go here in the 1st quarter. We're tied at 6. Each team with a touchdown. Detroit not able to convert a 2-point try, and the Hawks had an extra point blocked.
Some confusion there with how they're lining up for the Lions, trying to figure it out here out with the receivers. They're stacking right next to each other.
On 2nd and goal, Thornton drops back. The out route incomplete. Nice play by the secondary to get a hand in there and swat that one away. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch the number there, but corner did a really nice job of breaking on the ball. He was probably just a half step away from intercepting that ball.
It looked like it was Tito Spears, I believe number 20, in on the coverage. Listed as an outside linebacker and strong safety. Plays defense. 3rd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Minute 22 on the clock. The Lions just trying to set up a 4th down. I believe, I would imagine that they have 2 plays here to get into the end zone. We haven't seen, we haven't seen a kicker come out yet.
Outside of the quarterback.
So, yeah, outside of the quarterback. So you would imagine they try to set themselves up for a 4th and manageable. And, yeah, there was a false start there. Everybody started moving but the center.
Could have flagged the quarterback there for spiking the ball as well, but the officials chose not to.
That'll be a false start on everybody but the center and the quarterback.
And,
a false start moves them back 5. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 15.
I believe, is that our first penalty of the game?
It is.
Which, again, you got a lot of, they're basically all freshmen and sophomore on both sides of the field. And to be this late into the game, well into the first quarter, almost near the end of the first quarter, and that be the first flag, that's actually pretty impressive.
3rd and goal from the 15. Thornton takes the snap, lobs it up to the end zone. It is incomplete. He got hit hard in the backfield by Dylan Hereford Jr. So good pressure from the Hawks leads to the incomplete pass, and now it's 4th and goal from the 15. And like we said, no signs of a kicking team. Looks like they're going to stay out there unless Thornton has a little bit of a leg himself and tries a field goal. We'll see.
Hereford Jr., I think he basically came from the secondary or the outside linebacker position on a blitz and was able to get the pressure on the quarterback quickly, and so Thornton wasn't able to be accurate on the throw. And, yeah, looks like they're going for it on 4th down here. Got 3 receivers to the near side.
A huge advantage for the Hawks if the Lions don't run out a kicking team. Thornton dropping back to throw on 4th and goal to the end zone. Incomplete. The receiver falls down. Looking for a flag, he won't get it, and it's a turnover on downs. The Hawks stand tall inside the red zone.
That's really important stop for this defense, again, that's been struggling, especially these last couple games on the road. The Lions start with the ball on the 40-yard line, on the Hawks' 40-yard line. They're able to prevent them from scoring, and so they get the ball back to their strong offense here to see what they can do with it.
Well, they'll have it at the 15-yard line in their own territory. Will the Hawks, led out by Brent Upshaw for their 3rd drive of the game now. Tied at 6 with 1:12 to go. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to give to the back. Down the right side, he takes it up to the 20. A good pickup on 1st down. I believe that was Nakarius Allgood on the carry.
2nd down for the Hawks at the 20-yard line.
He sets up a 2nd down and manageable.
5-yard carry for Allgood.
Well, 2nd down and 5 from the 20. We're under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Upshaw takes the snap, gives to Allgood once again right up the middle. He's pushing his way forward, won't get to the line, but he does get forward for 4. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Running what looks like to me to be just a simple inside zone from out of the shotgun, and Allgood's doing a nice job of picking his holes here on these first couple carries of the series.
Are we going to get a timeout here
End
called?
of the quarter, I think they're going to take it to the end of the quarter.
Okay, that would make sense. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line. These teams will flip fields as we have hit the end of the first quarter from Hocking, all tied at 6.
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score being tied at 6-6. Switching to the field.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession. Real skills.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter here from Hocking. A 3rd down and short.
Good again for the carry. Gain of 2 yards.
And they pick up the first down.
First down.
It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 26 for the Hawks in their own territory, trying to go up on the scoreboard.
Good start on the drive with 3 runs, pretty much 3 runs right up the middle, and they're able to move the sticks and continue the drive. And again, this is it'd be nice to see the offense be able to reward the defense for getting their stop here and go down here and score and take the lead.
First down and 10 from the 26. Upshaw takes the snap. He gives to Allgood, who pushes his way forward to the 30. It'll be second down and short. He picks up 4.
Again, nothing really fancy here, just running some inside zone out of that gun look, and Allgood really has really good vision. Just finding the holes. The line's doing a nice job of staying on their blocks, maintaining their blocks, occupying the linebackers as well. And so this is a nice start to this drive for sure.
And fans, once again, we do want to apologize. We do not have a fully accurate roster on the Community Christian College Detroit Lions. We've got about half of them, but we do apologize. Number 20, we were informed, not Billy Drake, Trey West on the return team. And now on second down and 6, a fumble in the backfield. The Hawks will fall on it, but a great defensive play from the Lions. Once again, folks, yes, number 20, Trey West, is the returner who has set up the Lions very nicely here early in this game. We'll make sure to have that correct the rest of the way.
Desari Gilkey, which, again, folks, we kind of were given these rosters last minute, and they, as Daniel talked about, they have new jerseys, so they switched numbers on us quite a bit. So we're trying to figure things out as we go. But if that was, in fact, Gilkey, he came off the edge right there on that snap immediately on a blitz of something along those lines and was able to blow it up in the backfield. Hawks were fortunate to get on that ball.
Third down and 15. After the fumble, pushed him back 10 yards, and Upshaw is spun around in the backfield and taken down inside the 10. A great defensive play for the Lions. They force a fourth down.
Boy, what started as a very promising start to the series just completely fell apart in those last 2 games. And now the Hawks are going to be punting from out of their own end zone, and hopefully they can get a nice punt off here and flip the field. This time it does look like the Lions are going to put a guy deep to return.
And it is Trey West back deep to return. He stands inside the 50. Not a lot of confidence in the punting game for the Hawks from Mr. West. Back deep to punt, or in punt formation, it looks like Brennan Robinson for Hocking. They are lined up at the 10. Low snap, fielded greatly, but he's going to take off and run. Not going to get anywhere close to the first down. A low snap led to a impromptu fake punt, and it was not Brennan Robinson. It was LaQuaylen Battle back deep to punt. He's only going to get it forward for about 5 yards, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
And I'm not sure, even if that ball was cleanly handled on the snap, if that ball is still not blocked, because the Lions came off the edge pretty much unblocked, and they were bringing people. Even though they did have a returner back deep this time, they were still bringing about everybody else up front, and there was a pretty good chance that that ball was going to be blocked either way.
And now it's first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. They're in the red zone. The story of the game so far for the offense on the Lions side has been great field position. They're set up beautifully here again. Thornton takes the snap. A fake handoff, throw over the middle is caught down inside the 10. Just a quick slant there on the run pass option.
Yep, RPO. It's become very popular in all levels of football, even high school football, over the last decade or more. Quarterback is essentially reading the linebacker and seeing what the linebacker does, and if the linebacker sucks up in on the run action, then he's going to pull it and hit that slant.
Second down and 1. The give goes to the running back, pushing his way forward. I believe he's going to have the first down. He will. It's going to be first down and goal.
It's another big challenge for the Hawks defense here. They've been on their side of the field seemingly the entire first half, and they were able to get the stop last time. Let's see if they can repeat.
So it's now first down and goal from the 5. And yeah, Tad, like you said, they were in the same situation on their last drive. Were not able to get into the end zone. Looking to bounce back here. The Lions weren't able to put any points on the board last week. They've already done so in just 20 minutes of action here this week. They were able to do so in the first 8 minutes of action. Now they're trying to put up another score and go ahead here in this second quarter. 10 minutes to go until halftime. Thornton motions a man. It's West. West takes the jet sweep around the right side, trying to angle to the goal line. He is down short, at the 1.
Boy, West shows just so much patience when he runs those jet sweeps and really allows his blockers on the edge to continue to maintain their blocks and just picks and chooses the hole that he can find. And even though he didn't score the touchdown there, he certainly put the Lions in pretty good shape here.
Well, he got the first one earlier on here in this ball game for the Lions, did Trey West. Now very close to a second. We'll see what they go with here on second and goal from the 1. Ledesma back in the game at running back. With just about 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Lions still looking over for the play call, and now Thornton turns his attention to his center. West in motion, takes the snap. Thornton keeps it himself right up the middle, pushing for the goal line. He is in. Carson Thornton keeping it himself, punches it in from 1 yard out, and the Lions take the lead right back.
Just a difficult situation there for the Hawks. You know, again, the defense having to defend pretty much on their side of the field from the get-go the last, well, basically 3 out of 4 series so far. And when you're dealing with such a short field all the time, that makes it really difficult. So the Hocking Hawks offense did no favors to the defense in that particular sequence. And so we'll see if the Hawks can answer back here. It does look like the Lions are going to bring out a kicker and attempt the extra point here.
And it is Carson Thornton, the quarterback, just punched it in for the touchdown. Going to go for the extra point. Let's see if they maybe go for a fake. No, they're going to kick it. It is up, and it is through. How about that? The extra point is good for Carson Thornton. And it's a full 7-point touchdown drive for the Lions. We'll step aside here on the Total Media live stream. 13 Lions.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession, real skills for the real world. Level up your career or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Tell you what, Daniel, Carson Thornton for the Lions, he pretty much has to do everything. I think he's going to start selling some popcorn for us here in a little bit.
We're going to catch him at the concession stands at halftime.
Yeah, he came over and he couldn't find the kickoff tee, and everybody was searching around for it, and the officials were waiting on him to get back out there. There he just scored a touchdown and had to kick the extra point. Now he's got to come back out here and kick off.
And the kick is away. Sideways spinning kick. It will roll out of bounds. Once again, another free kick out of bounds off the right foot of Carson Thornton. Maybe he is very good at the quarterback position, able to facilitate the drives down the field. And just the kicking game just hasn't been there yet for him. He did get that extra point through, but the kicks when he's kicking off have not been the best.
That was a really good decision by D'Angelo Fuller to let that ball go out of bounds. He was really close. It was questionable whether or not that ball was going to go out of bounds, but Fuller made the right choice, hopped over the football to avoid it, and let it go out of bounds to give the Hawks a pretty good field position to start this series.
6 minutes are gone here in the second quarter. We've got 9 to go until halftime. Lions on top, 13-6. Brent Upshaw and company back out for the offensive possession. Takes the snap. A Bad handle on the snap, and the ball's on the ground. Lions back to pick it up. They will. It's a turnover, a fumble recovery for Detroit.
You had a misstep with the snap, and then once Upshaw picked it up, he didn't realize there was a guy coming right off the edge pretty cleanly. And the Lions are right back in great field position, right in a position now to go up perhaps 2 scores before the half.
It was Malik Hebron in to recover the fumble. It was a snap right in the chest of Upshaw, but it actually did hit his chest. He didn't catch it cleanly, bounced off his chest right into his hands, and then he was just trying to fumble with it to gain control of the football, was never able to do so, and it was put on the grass. Now once again set up at the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Carson Thornton and company. He takes the snap, going to give to the back, leveled in the backfield, loses 2.
Jerry King just came off the edge immediately when the ball was snapped, blitzed him off the edge, was able to get into the backfield before the Lions could really do anything.
Now 2nd down and 11 from the 15-yard line. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Lions with a great chance to go up 2 scores. They've had great field position, whether it's Trey West on the return game or turnovers from the defense. Thornton going to keep it himself, the same exact play as the touchdown, just a QB keeper right up the middle. He falls forward for a pickup of 4 to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Lions went with an empty look there. No backs in the backfield, 5 receivers spread out, and they just were trying to spread out the Hawks and take advantage of the numbers game on the interior, and tried to sneak Thornton up through the middle, but the Hawks ultimately were able to get the stop.
It looks like they mark it at the 12, so officially a pickup of 3. Now an empty set here for Thornton. He's got 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Quick pass out to the flats. It's caught by West. West down the left sideline, angling for the pylon. A flag thrown. He's pushed out of bounds just short of the goal line. Let's check on the flag.
Looked like a hold on the edge there. The other receiver had some jersey. Couldn't catch which defender it was, but the corner to this side it appeared. Yep, holding on the Lions. So that's a huge penalty right now in this situation. It's going to back the Lions up.
It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the play.
If you could not hear our PA announcer, a holding was the call, 10 yards from the spot. They push it back to the 16-yard line, and it will remain 3rd down. So they end up losing 5. It'll be 3rd down
Bring us 3rd and 13.
and long. 3rd and 13 from the 16. Thornton takes a snap, had a man offsides, free play, going to the end zone. It is incomplete. Heads up there from Thornton, knew that he had a Hawk that jumped off sides. So he had a free play. Did they throw the flag? Yeah,
yes.
Okay, they did. I never saw it come in, but I knew he was offsides.
The line judge down here on our side threw the flag, which is tough for us to see from this angle, but yeah.
So after the holding call that negated a big play, they do get 5 of them back, and will redo 3rd down once again. They move it up to the 11-yard line.
I still think it's probably 4-down territory for the Lions, although, again, they did kick the extra point after that last touchdown, so we'll see.
An empty set look once again, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Thornton stands in the shotgun alone, takes the snap, quick pass. It's West, and he loses it. That's an incomplete pass. Yeah. He just dropped it.
Yeah, he just never cleanly secured the football. He was, he was looking up, trying to run with the football before he was able to tuck it away. And a big 4th down here. Let's see what they decide to do, what the Lions decide to do. Coach Reardon is the head coach for the Lions.
The line to gain appears to be just inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. They have it spotted at the 11, so it's 4th down and 7 for the Lions.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here. Coach Reardon is signaling that looks like the play call.
3 to the right, running back in the backfield. Play action. Thornton rolls to the right. Still looking for a receiver across his body into the end zone. It is incomplete. Batted down. A great stand for this Hawks defense. Once again, on their heels to start. And they do a good job of keeping the Lions out of the end zone.
I believe that was Jalen Stoker with the breakup. Nice job by the Hawks. Didn't get a whole lot of pressure up front, so the quarterback Thornton had quite a bit of time to pick and choose. He was almost able to slip it in there for the touchdown, but again, overall pretty good job by the Hawks secondary. And again, a big stop for the Hawks defense. And so here the offense, who, again, has been the stronger side of the ball for the Hawks this season. The offense needs to start getting things going. They've pretty much shot themselves in the foot the last couple series.
6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Upshaw takes the high snap, hands it off. It is the running back trying to push his way forward. Kevin Gibbon didn't get much. Got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe an extra yard.
I think that may be the first time we've seen Gibbon for the game.
He has ran it a couple times earlier,
okay.
but not many.
Maybe a half yard on the play. Bring us to second.
I know the first game of the year that we saw, they basically gave Allgood the first several series in the first quarter and then brought Gibbon in later.
On second down, a very similar play. Gibbon swallowed up right at maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and long. This Hawks offense just has not been able to get it going here early on in this game.
Third down.
Yeah, when they have attempted to throw the ball outside of that first attempt where they had a wide open Eric Thomas that was overthrown, they've just not given Upshaw much time back there to pick and choose and throw the football. Obviously, it's a third and long, probably a passing situation here. Even though they are deep in their own territory, they don't want to risk turnover for sure with only 5 minutes left in the half. Of course, the Hawks will get the ball coming out in the second half.
They look over to their sideline trying to get the play call, and they will end up calling a timeout. Head coach Craig Moore wants to talk it over before this third down and 11. 5 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 13-6, Lions in front. So, hey, Tad, from your perspective here, what's going wrong on the offensive side of the football for the Hawks? Why haven't they been able to create any of these big plays that we saw so much in the opener in week one?
Well, two things basically. They have had a little bit of snap issues here a couple times. They're not really, for the most part, outside of couple series ago, they're not really gaining positive yards on first and second down. They're not really getting themselves in front of the chains. And anytime Upshaw's dropped back to pass, he's been under pressure almost immediately. And, that's just a bad combination there of all kinds of things. They just need to get more consistent with the run game so that they can set up the pass. I'd like to see perhaps a little bit more of maybe throwing the ball on first down for Upshaw with some play action, but this is a big third down here.
Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half on 3rd and 11. Upshaw dropping back to throw, going through his progressions, now rolling out to his left, throwing over the middle. It is intercepted. Sliding down at the 39-yard line, the Lions take it right back on third down.
Yep, that was a nice job by the secondary of the Lions in the coverage. Upshaw did find him some time on that particular pass, but he just kind of stared it down a little bit too long, allowed the Lions secondary to be able to recover and make the play.
It was number 8 on the interception for the Lions. And once again, Tad, they will start with it in plus territory. Their last 2 possessions, they've started with it on the 15-yard line. They were only able to get it in the end zone on one of those 2 drives. There's been 2 others that they've started on the 40-yard line. They were able to get in once out of 2 of those drives. Now they're once again starting at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they've only had 1 series where they've actually started on their side of the field. And that makes it really tough on any defense.
But then at the same time, you can also look at this Hawks defense and realize that they've been able to stand strong on several of these drives. Now on 1st and 10, a quick screen into the flats. The ball on the ground at the end, but they're going to say the receiver was down upon contact.
Yeah, we talked about in the pregame, Daniel, that the Hocking Hawks defense needs to show up. They've struggled the last couple games, and much was going to depend on how well they did in this game. And so far, they've definitely done their part, only giving up 13 points when they've been playing on their side of the field in almost the entire game. So the defense has definitely done their part here, and so the Hawks offense is going to have to figure it out here quickly.
One of the corrections I was given before the game started on the roster was number 0, Malachi Clark, and that's who brought that football in on that last play. Now on 2nd down, a quick pass over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Good defense from the Hawks. That was number 29, Timothy Jennings, the closest man to bringing down the interception.
Looked like another RPO, and Thornton just fireballed that in, and it was a little too hot for the receiver. And Lions were maybe lucky there that ball went up in the air and kind of hung up in the air for a while. The Hawks had a chance perhaps of an interception there.
4 minutes, 3 seconds on the clock here in the first half. 13-6 the score. Lions in front. They've got it. 2nd down and 10. Thornton dropping back to throw. It's actually 3rd down and 10. I apologize. He pushes his way forward to the 35. It'll bring up 4th down.
See what they do. I'm assuming they're probably going to go for it. Looks like they are. Bring in some extra receivers.
A 4th down and 6 yards to go coming up here for the Lions. Once again, starting in plus territory, but a 4th down coming up.
There's another tackle by Ernest Franklin on the quarterback. It wasn't a sack, but still he's been involved quite a bit here early in this game.
We'll get on the ball at the 35. 4th down, 3 to the right, running back in the backfield. Thornton now looks over to the sideline, trying to get the call from his coaching staff.
The Lions are trying to get him to jump off sides. They may just take the delay of game here. Took a timeout.
A timeout called by the Lions. I believe that is their first of the half. Both teams will step off to their respective sidelines to talk it over here with 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's just too far away for a field goal in this situation, and you're too close now to punt. There's 3 minutes left in the half, so the Lions are going to do whatever they can to try to get a first down here and keep the drive alive. If the Hawks can get a stop right here, they're going to have pretty good field position, plenty of time left to perhaps put together a drive and tie this up before the half.
You're just now tuning in. Daniel Barnard alongside Tad Steinbrink. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line in Hocking territory. The Lions with the football, and they're up 13-6, but it is 4th down and 6. They are lining up to go for it after the timeout. Just about 3 minutes until the halftime break. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Thornton dropping back to throw, has all day. Now he's under pressure, rolling to his left. He is going to throw. It is caught on the sideline. What a catch. Pulling it down. Yeah, and they're going to say first down.
He was across the line of scrimmage. The official on the far side threw the flag. I was wondering, it was really close. I mean, if we could go back and take a look at the replay, it was very close, but we either had an ineligible lineman downfield or the quarterback crossed the line of scrimmage before he threw it. I'm not sure what the call is.
It was Elijah Rashid on the reception, but they are going to call it an ineligible receiver downfield. It'll move him back to the 40, and now it'll be 4th down and 11.
I missed the catch, but according to your call, it was a pretty good catch there, Daniel.
It was right on the sideline, both feet in bounds, the receiver hovering over the sideline, just toe dragging. It's pretty nice.
So the Lions 4th and 11 now. They're still going to go for it. Empty set.
Thornton in the shotgun, dropping back to throw. Rolling to his right, under pressure. Trying to make a man miss. He will not. Taken down beyond midfield. What a play right there by Jalen Stoker.
That's a second big play by Stoker that I can point out. I'm sure he's had others, but he saw the quarterback rolling out, and I don't know if he was in a spy or he just decided to be an athlete and come after the quarterback, but it was like he was, a rocket firing off there once he saw that quarterback rolling, and quickly was able to get up there and make the play on Thornton. So,
Jalen Stoker, one of the names that head coach Craig Moore had a lot of praise for in the preseason. Been doing a great job all summer, and he makes the play there. Now on 1st and 10, Brent Upshaw, pass to the flats. It's caught by Eric Thomas, staying on his feet, now decked and leveled at the 40. It's enough for the first down. They'll move the chains inside Detroit territory.
I really like that. Just these quick throws, get it out to your athletes quickly. Don't make Upshaw have to set back there and handle the pressure or have to sit there and read a bunch of stuff. The Lions, for the most part, playing soft in the secondary, and so those quick throws are available for the Hawks.
I believe we're going to get a timeout here called.
2-minute warning.
The 2-minute warning. I was not paying attention to the clock up there. So 2-minute warning with the ball spotted at the 39. We'll take it with them.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started. They held 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York County Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Welcome back. Just out of the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 39-yard line. Hocking with the football inside Lions territory. 1st and 10. Upshaw dropping back to throw into the flats. His pass just a little high over his intended receiver, Michael Hall. So Upshaw with a rare miss there.
He had time. The line had it all blocked up, and he just made a quick decision there that he was going to throw it out into the flats and just wasn't accurate with the pass.
The Hawks trying to tie this game up here before the half. They trail it 13-6 in the midst of a 2-game slide. They've dropped back-to-back. Now on 2nd down, Upshaw into the flats. That pass is dropped off the hands of Daniel Colburn.
The Lions have switched their secondary up a little bit here. They're going man-to-man on the outside with the safeties over top.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Back-to-back plays where you might expect the receivers to come down with the football. You expect a completed pass. The first one a little high of the intended receiver. The second one in and out of the hands of Colburn. So now a 3rd down and 10. Brent Upshaw looking over to his sideline, trying to make something happen here before the halftime break. Lions have played a fundamentally sound defense here in this first half. Now on 3rd and 10, Upshaw looking to throw, under pressure, gets it away. And is there intended receiver in the area? There is. The refs point out number 8, Michael Hall, as in the area, no intentional grounding, but it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, since Lions, I could have missed it earlier on, but basically since they switched to this more man-to-man look in the secondary, they've been blanketing the outside receivers, not giving Upshaw too many options there to throw.
So it's now 4th down and 10. Just 15 seconds have gone since the 2-minute warning. And they're going to go for it, giving the Lions a lot of time if they turn it over here. Upshaw dropping back to throw, going over the left side. It is incomplete, and the flag comes in.
Yeah, it's too much contact down the field by the defender. Yeah, pass interference. They could have probably called illegal contact before the ball was even thrown.
Amari Baker was in on the coverage. He threw his hands up in confusion. But, yeah, there was a lot of contact there down the sideline.
Eric Thomas was the receiver over there, and he was starting to I think he maybe had fooled the secondary, the corner there, and the corner just decided to kind of grab a hold of him. And there's a lot of hand fighting, far too much there, and that was a good call by the official.
So pass interference to call on Amari Baker. It'll move the Hawks forward 15 yards, now down to the 24 with a minute 40 before halftime. They're set up beautifully here to try and punch it in before the break. On 1st and 10, they're going to give to Hall. Hall pushes forward for 1 yard, and the clock will run.
Lions have man across the board. If the Hawks can find one of those inside receivers on a skinny post, it's going to be a touchdown.
As the clock winds, under a minute and a half to go, play clock at 35 seconds. The Hawks back onto the football, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Upshaw takes the snap, looking right, throwing off his back foot into the end zone.
Oh,
the
wow.
pass is incomplete.
Ooh, I'm not sure about that. Boy, it looked like he had his foot dragging.
An outstanding catch, but they do say that Mohamed Kaba was out of bounds.
That was a tremendous catch no matter what, but boy, I'd like to see the replay on that because it did look like his foot was dragging.
It sure did look like he had both feet dragging prior to going out of bounds. Upon throwing the football, I thought that Upshaw overshot the receiver by a long shot, but it came down right where he wanted it. Just out of bounds, though. Upshaw takes a snap on third down, stepping up in the pocket, and he is wrestled down behind the line of scrimmage. A sack brings up 4th down with a minute to go, and I believe we're going to get a timeout called. The Hawks call a timeout.
Yeah, I almost wondered if
That
Coach
is-
Moore might let the clock run down. Minute 5 left. You got a 4th and pretty long here.
That is very confusing to me with 65 seconds to go in this first half and a 4th down coming up. The Hawks call a timeout.
Yeah, you kind of risk if you don't get the first down here of giving the Lions the ball with enough time to do something with it. But maybe Coach Moore, in his mind, he's thinking we're going to get the first down and we want to save ourselves enough time.
And what that also shows, Tad, is he's got confidence in his defense.
Yeah.
Because this defense for the Hawks, it hasn't been pretty these past couple of weeks, but all things considered, they have played pretty solid today. They've been back on their heels 4 or 5 times. They've started inside of their own territory on the defensive side of the ball, and they've only given up 2 scores. So maybe Coach Moore showing his defense that, hey, even if we don't get this, I've got confidence in you guys to stand strong for the last 60 seconds or so of the half. It's 4th down and 10 from the 29. Upshaw dropping back to throw. Over the middle, pass is incomplete. Intended for Kaba, and they will turn it over on downs with a minute to go. So 60 seconds to work with here for the Lions.
Upshaw just hasn't been as accurate as he was in that first game that we called, Daniel, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's been under quite a bit of pressure throughout much of this first half. You know, we didn't get to see a couple of those games that were on the road. I don't know how much pressure he was facing in those games, but he seems a little bit more he's wanting to get that ball out of his hands a little bit more quickly, which is fine, but you also need to be accurate with it.
Oh, it's 1st down and 10 now for the Community Christian College Detroit Lions. Already up 7 on the scoreboard. Boy, would they love to make this a 2-score game at the half. The Hawks will get the football to start the second half. They kicked it away to start the game. They will get it out of the halftime break. Now on 1st down, it's West on the end around, trying to turn it upfield, lowers the shoulders, still on his feet. He will not go down. Finally wrestled down at the 33-yard line. He picks up 4 after all of that.
Yeah, the impressive thing there for the Hawks on the Hawks side.
And he's limping off the field.
8 out of 11 defenders were all in on the tackle for the Hawks, and so they're all rallying to the football. You can tell this defense came out. They want to make a statement.
30 seconds gone here in this last drive before half. Another handoff angling to the sideline is Ledesma. He's out of bounds. The clock will stop with 25 seconds. But these last 2 plays have taken 35 combined seconds off the clock for the Lions.
I think Coach Reardon is just fine with taking this game to the half with the lead. So he's just being cautious, conservative here. He doesn't want a chance turning the ball over in their own territory with just a few seconds left here in the half. And I don't blame him. They've played well today, and so they don't want to risk any kind of momentum swing happening here before the half.
Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. It is 3rd down and 3. In the shotgun, Thornton takes the snap, dropping back to throw, now steps up over the middle, pass is caught. West back into the game, makes a man miss, still on his feet at the 40, and now he's wrestled down inside the 40-yard line at the 38. Clock will stop.
Yep, they call timeout as well. Boy, West is so slippery, man. It's one of those things. You get the ball in his hands in open space, and watch out.
They spotted at the 38-yard line. Inside Hocking territory. They go 26 yards on the pass and catch from Thornton to West. And remember, West exited the game just a minute ago, limped off, quickly back in, makes a play right away as both teams talk it over on the sideline.
That potentially, the person that you saw that ran that ball that came off, that may have been actually 28, Daniel, because he's over here still trying to work it out. That may not have been West that got injured. Kind of tough to tell their numbers. West has got his jersey kind of tucked up underneath him anyway. And but again, some of these numbers we're not sure are completely accurate because
28 would be Linnell Martin.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was actually Martin that carried that ball to start the series and got injured.
West is out on the field. He stands at the receiver position. Like you said, he's got that jersey halfway tucked up. 1st down and 10 from the 38. Thornton looking deep, throwing deep, and it is intercepted. No, incomplete. Still a good defensive play there from the Hawks. That was number 47, Saheed Davis, the freshman cornerback.
Yeah, it looked like he had it, but when he hit the ground, it jarred the ball loose, I believe.
And that knocked off about 9 more seconds.
And they're probably going to have to, at least one more of those they're going to have to prevent. You expect the Lions here to Coach Reardon to draw up probably some type of Hail Mary to the end zone. And so the Hawks secondary will obviously be defending the end zone here on this last play of the half.
The Lions do call timeout to talk it over before one of the final plays of the half. If they wanted to try a quick out, they probably have 2 plays left. But if they're going to go deep, they've got just a play left here before the half. And we just saw the throw from Thornton. He's got the arm power. He's got the arm strength to get it to the end zone. Well, we'll see what they end up deciding to go with here. And again, folks, we have not seen. Well, we've seen Thornton attempt a point after. We've seen Thornton do the punting. But we haven't seen a traditional kicker. A field goal from here would be 55, definitely way too far for the Lions. So they will line up here with 7 seconds left. In the shotgun.
They got too many guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 6 guys. Yeah, that's
The flag is thrown.
You can't have 6 receivers. I know that I can, sometimes I got to take my shoes off to do math, but I can count at least up to 6. And you can't have 6 receivers on the field.
Well, that'll back them up here before this final play. 2 seconds did just come off the clock. Now, should that be put back on the clock, Tad?
Yes, it should be. We're losing papers here, Daniel.
The wind is starting to blow. Unfortunate.
And they did put the time back on the clock.
Now 7 seconds on the clock now. 2nd down and 15. Thornton taking the snap, rolling out, going deep, down the left side. The pass is caught.
Oh, my goodness.
In the end zone. Are you kidding me? Trey West pulls it in. The Hail Mary at the half.
Unbelievable. That was an unbelievable catch. The Hawks were right there. They just weren't able to get a hand on it to knock it down. West just somehow reached out and snagged that ball and brought it in. And just an incredible ending to the half for the Lions. and now that they're going to probably attempt the extra point, I would imagine. But, boy, what huge momentum you give yourself going into the half if you're the Lions.
The heave before the half with 7 seconds on the clock. Carson Thornton to Trey West. He pulls it down with triple zeros on the clock and a 2-score advantage regardless of how this extra point goes for the Lions at the halftime break. Unbelievable.
Lions are trying to figure out their players here to get on the field for the kick.
Thornton is out for the point after. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. A 14-point advantage at the half. An unbelievable finish to half number 1 here from Hocking. The Lions with a Hail Mary touchdown. They lead it 20-6.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession, real skills for the real world. Level up your career, or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
It is a very interesting subculture. If you've ever been or do work the third shift or been a bartender or cleaner or something, and you work till the sun comes up, that the people who, you go to restaurants or they go to after bars and after parties sometimes, that if you know the right people can get into. But yeah, it's an interesting subculture, the living after midnight folks. It is Lester. Great college football Saturday. 3 total ranked teams against ranked team games today, all from the Big 12, SEC, and Big 10. 13 teams playing unranked teams. Could be an upset or two. Probably will. You got the NFL tomorrow, full day of football. The O2 Bowls, I'm calling it, as your Sunday night football game, though it should be interesting. Both teams hurting. Chiefs and Giants. Detroit and Baltimore, Monday night football game. And in case you didn't notice, next weekend is the wrap-up to the Major League Baseball season. Yeah, next Sunday. It's done. And then hopefully no one-game playoffs forever, but supposed to start the playoffs Tuesday the 30th and Wednesday the 1st for MLB.
It's the 84th Annual Jackson County Apple Festival, and the radio, along with Total Media, will be there all week long on the streets of downtown Jackson. We'll have all the latest news and activities going on daily. This year's coverage on the radio is brought to you by our friends at the Jenkins Care Community, Ohio Valley Bank, Chad Niddle of Edward Jones, Red Apple Realty, Red Roof Inn Dog Kennel, God's Country Venue, Rio Grande Jackson Center, Buckeye Hills Career Center, Booth Real Estate and Insurance Agency, and the Jackson County Banking Center. Coverage is also brought to you by Ramey's Homes and Auto Group, Monroe Collision, Osborne Equipment, Gas and Stuff of Hamden, Dan Daly State Farm Insurance, the City of Jackson Visitors and Tourism Group, Tony Power Sports of Jackson, ERA Martin and Associates of Jackson and Wellston, and Appalachia Realty. Join us all week long for the 84th Annual Jackson County Apple Festival. It's all happening on the downtown streets of Jackson, Ohio. You won't want to miss it.
Strength, passion, determination. Every moment that moves you and every movement that drives you. When pain or injuries try to limit you, our orthopedic team at Holzer has the latest treatment options and robotic-assisted surgery with joint replacement, sports medicine, and therapies to keep you moving forward. Every movement, every step, every moment. Think Holzer first.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-489-7733. That's 800-489-7733. 800-489-7733.
Pure Rock weather.
Brought to you by Pony Power Sports in Jackson. The same great faces you know and love at the same location, but the best selection in the tri-state area. Today, expect showers and thunderstorms with highs near 88 tonight. Still showers with lows in the lower 60s. On Monday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but partly sunny with highs near 84.
Pure Rock 98.7 takes a knockin' and keeps on rockin'.
And welcome back. We are at the halftime break here from Hocking College. 6.5 minutes to go until the second half gets underway. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a one-score game going into the half, but with 7 seconds on the clock, Carson Thornton lobbed up a Hail Mary down the left sideline that was brought in by Trey West, an outstanding catch for Trey West, and it was pulled in for a touchdown. The lead now 14 instead of 7. That was a crazy finish to half number 1.
Yeah, it was somewhat deflating, I'm sure, for the Hawks to give up. They did such a nice job defensively, especially considering they were on their side of the field pretty much the whole first half. And for them to give up what was kind of a miraculous heave there at the end of the half, somewhat deflating. But nonetheless, the Hawks have got to shake it off and get themselves together, especially on the offense. Again, they are down by 2 scores, but that's not you can't put much blame on the defense for that. Again, they've been defending their side of the field almost the whole game. The offense has certainly struggled to move the ball. The one score that they do have was largely a result of the defense getting a good stop and then the punt return all the way down to the 1-yard line. Other than that, the Hawks have not shown any ability to remain consistent on offense and move the ball, and that's obviously has to change here in the second half, hopefully starting with this opening series of the half.
It just seems like the Lions have been able to do everything correctly with the football in their hands or on the defensive side. They did give up the 1 touchdown early on, but, I mean, other than that, they have been pretty solid on the defensive side. And at the same time, the Hawks have also been pretty solid on the defensive side. When you take into consideration the field position, like you talked about, Tad, how good the field position has been every single drive to start for the Lions. I think they've only had 1 drive in that first half where they started in their own territory, and they only got, I say only, they scored 3 touchdowns in the first half, right? That's a great amount of touchdowns in one half, but you almost feel like they left points out there when you take into consideration that they had drives where they started on the 15-yard line and the 40-yard line that they weren't able to punch it in. Those are places that you start that you want to be able to punch it in. You want to be able to start there on that in that part of the field and have confidence that you're going to get points. They weren't able to do so, and that's what's been keeping Hocking in this football game to this point. Trailing 20-6, like we said, still a lot of work to do, a lot of cleanup to do, and I really think that it starts with Brent Upshaw at the quarterback position. He hasn't looked as sharp as week 1, like you talked about, Tad, so definitely going to need him to get going through the air, maybe design some plays that he can keep it himself and just kind of open up that defense. We saw it last night when we were out at Nelsonville, York. The quarterback for the Buckeyes, Cameron Sullivan, struggled in that first half. Head coach Rusty Richards drew up some plays in that second half that Cameron Sullivan was able to keep it on the ground himself, kind of got some confidence flowing, kind of opened up that defense a little bit, which in turn opened up the passing game. So I'll be interested to see if head coach Craig Moore tries to go that route here in this second half. But and other than that, we can take a look back at the previous few weeks for both of these teams. In week 1 for the Hawks, it was Ohio Valley Community Christian College here at home, and the Hawks won that one 41-12. Weeks 2 and 3, they were on the road for both of them. They had the 10-hour bus ride, 10-plus hour bus ride up to Hudson Valley Community College in Troy, New York. They lost that one by 12 points, 41-29. And then last week against the College of DuPage in Glen Ellen, Illinois, a 7-hour bus ride out there to Glen Ellen. They lost that one 50-33. So like we talked about earlier on here this afternoon, Tad, it has been the defense that has struggled for this Hawks team, but I've been impressed. I've seen things where I've seen areas that need improvement, in my opinion, from the defensive side of the football. It feels like they have bent a lot. They haven't broken a few times, but they have broken 3 times, and that is why they're down 20-6 on the scoreboard. When you look over at Community Christian College Detroit's schedule, they took down Madonna University in Livonia, Michigan in week 1, 47-7, and it's back-to-back losses for them after that. The College of DuPage took them down 51-31, and then Lackawanna last week, 83-0 is the score that I see on the schedule. That is an eye-popping score right there from Lackawanna. Now this week at Hocking, both teams here looking to get back on track. They're both 1-2 coming into this one as we get set to go here for the second half of action. It will be Detroit kicking to Hocking to get the half underway, and now this is something to keep our eyes on because we did see in the first half Carson Thornton had some struggles on kickoffs. He did kick 2 extra points, 2 for 2 in that regard, but when it comes to kicking it away to Hocking, he has 2 free kicks out of bounds. They scored 3 times. They only had to kick off twice because that last touchdown came as time expired in that first half. So that took us right into the halftime break. And now the kick is away here in the second half. And that one angling towards the sideline, and that one will roll out of bounds. So 3 kicks from Carson Thornton kicking it away, and he's kicked all 3 of them out of bounds. That one went right out of bounds right around where they would have had the ball anyway had it gotten any further.
Well, it's kind of to the point here where you almost wonder if it isn't planned to kick the ball out of bounds, or at least kick the ball as close to the sidelines as possible, and then if it goes out of bounds, it goes out of bounds, because it's kind of odd to see 3 kickoffs go out of bounds anytime.
Yeah, he aimed that one right at the sideline. It didn't really look like he tried to get it anywhere near the middle of the field, so certainly the plan is to keep it on the sidelines.
Well, they're backing the ball up on the Hawks here, so.
Was there must have been a penalty with the ball on the ground after the free kick out of bounds, so.
Late hit or something?
They back it up to the 22-yard line, excuse me.
Yeah, I completely missed.
So there must have been 2 flags on that kickoff right there. We only saw 1, but now it'll be first down and 10 for Hocking. They've got the football to start the second half. A high snap, Upshaw brings it down. It's going to be all good on the carry. Moving to the left side, he's spun down right around the 30. It's a pickup, or the 25, excuse me. It's a pickup of 3. Clock winds under 15 minutes, just getting started here in this second half of action. 20-6 our score. Detroit out in front.
All good. Did have a little bit of success there in the first half running the football, especially just running some inside zone. But for the most part, the Lions have been able to keep the Hawks running game under control.
2 running backs to one to each side of Upshaw. The snap goes way over his head. He's able to fall on it at the 5-yard line. They're going to lose 20 yards on second down. That snap just went straight over his head. He couldn't even jump to get it. That's how high it was.
Just cannot beat yourself like that if you're a football team trying to be as competitive as you can. Again, this is a big series here coming out of the half. You're down by 2 scores. You want something positive to happen, and now you're in 3rd and forever, deep in your own territory. You don't want to risk turning the ball over here. You're just hoping here on 3rd down to pick up some positive yards, get yourself out of the end zone, get your back out of the end zone so that you can punt the ball away.
It is now 3rd down and 28. Backed up on the 5-yard line, the line to gain the 33. Hocking College going the wrong way here to start this second half. Upshaw takes the snap. He's dropping back to throw in his own end zone. Pass is caught by Thomas. Thomas trying to make a man miss. He is hit hard just shy of the 20. picks up about 12, 13 yards on third down before being taken down. It'll be 4th and long, though.
That definitely did the job of getting out of the end zone and giving their punter much more space here to breathe and hopefully get a good punt off. Again, there's still plenty of time left in this game. You certainly had hoped that the Hawks would come out here to start the second half with a little bit more success than this. But we'll see if the defense can continue to do what they've done for the most part. Again, it's not all to blame on the defense here. They've been backed up on their own side of the field almost the entire game. And so holding the Lions to only 20 points has been actually pretty impressive.
Quaylen Battle out to punt, and that punt is shanked. He didn't even get it to the 40-yard line. It spins backwards, and it's downed inside the 30. The ball was snapped on the 19-yard line. It's a net gain of 10 yards on the punt.
And here we are again in a similar situation, a familiar situation that we've seen the entire game, that the Hawks are backed up against their own end zone on their side of the field, and this defense is going to have to figure out a way once again to prevent points with the Lions in excellent field position.
Well, they officially spotted at the 27, not the 29, so it's only a net of 8 yards on the punt. That is where the Lions will take over, trying to go up by 3 scores. Carson Thornton and company back out there, and the snap goes over his head. It's on the ground, and they will fall on it just shy of midfield. So we've seen both teams have snaps go over the quarterback's heads, and both teams lose 20 yards in the process. Second down and nearly 30 coming up.
Now that snap wasn't as bad as the Hawks snap. It was actually catchable. It was just at pretty much at the quarterback's right above his forehead. But it was just so hot coming back.
The
quarterback just couldn't get his hands up quick enough to snag it. And so this is certainly a good turn of events for the Hawks. Hopefully they can take advantage of the situation. It's second and pretty much forever right now for the Lions.
They lose 21 yards. It is second down and 31 from the 48-yard line. Once again, set up in great field position, but going backwards. A slip screen out into the flats. Ledesma barrels over a defender, but can't get much further after that, and a flag comes in late. He was taken down at the 45-yard line. He picked up 3. Might be a little more after the play, though.
That's going to be an automatic first down, too, I believe. Yep.
They do call a late hit on the Hawks. So that will add yardage on the end, and it will be a fresh set of downs. After a 2nd and 31, the Lions get a gift. And they're going to have a first down back at the 30. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Yeah, they need to get the chain set to where that's a first down. That's an automatic first down, and the officials haven't seen, they don't have the chain set correctly.
Regardless, it is.
Nobody's spotting it. This line judge is spotting it now. They need to get everything set on. Yep, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's just the Hawks. That's just I don't know who they called the late hit on. I did see somebody come flying in there at the very end of the play, so it probably was a late hit. But when you have the offense in a second and forever, and then you give them an automatic first down with the late hit, inexcusable.
Mateo Ledesma right up the middle on the inside zone. He takes it inside the 20. A pickup of about 12, 13 yards on the play and another first down. After that late hit, they're starting to move the football. The Lions already up 14, looking to make it a 3-score advantage here early on in the second half. The Hawks started with the football, but they went backwards. A high snap that went over Brent Upshaw's head, pushed him back inside the 5. They were able to get it back to the 18-yard or 19-yard line, but then just an 8-yard punt from LaQuaylen Battle set up the Lions beautifully. Now here comes Ledesma around the outside on the end around, and he pushes his way forward to the 11 before being taken down. It's a pickup of 6 more. It'll be second down and 4.
Yeah, big hit there in the secondary. I didn't quite catch the number. It may have been number 18. And I think the Hawks, they've also changed up some of their numbers since we last received the roster, but that was a big hit there in the secondary.
Second down and 4 yards to go from the 11. Thornton stands in the shotgun. He's got Ledesma to his right. Hands to Ledesma, trying to go to the left side, still on his feet. Inside the 5, he's down to the 1 yard line. It'll be a first down and goal coming up for the Lions.
Be a little closer to the 3, but that Ledesma, man, he just kind of just looks like a bowling ball out there running. You know, he's not the tallest guy, but he is definitely strong. You can tell he has a very strong lower body. It's probably going to take several Hawks anytime he's running the ball to bring him down.
They do spot it back at the 3. First and goal from the 3. 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Detroit coming out swinging here in this second half. They got 3 receivers to the right. One of them, Mateo Ledesma, the running back. An empty backfield. Now they motion Ledesma back there. Fake the give to him. Thornton keeps it himself to the right side, and he is taken down in the backfield. Loses yards. A nice play from the Hawks. Number 35, Dante Smith.
That was Rayshon Kennedy, I believe, number 15, actually. Yeah. The end, Kennedy, he's been on a few plays here. I believe that's a 15, or is that a 35? It's kind of tough to make out. But, yeah, I think that was the defensive end, Kennedy, on the play. I apologize for wrong on that, Daniel, but he's been on a couple different plays, really. And, again, this is a big situation here for the Hawks and the Hawks defense.
Now second down and goal. Ledesma gets the carry, pushing his way forward into a pile of bodies. And he's still pushing, and he's in. Mateo Ledesma, are they going to rule him down?
Yeah, the official over here was running in like with his hand going up.
There was
before it broke free.
There was no whistle to signal that forward progress had been stopped, and we saw Ledesma lunge for the goal line at the end. But they do rule at the end that forward progress was stopped, and it will bring up third down and goal. Nonetheless, he did get down inside the 5 yard line.
Yeah, that was a situation where the officials, he was kind of lost in the scrum there, and it looked like the momentum had stopped, and so the officials started running in with his hand up, but they weren't loud enough with the whistle to stop the play.
One receiver to each side. Thornton in the shotgun. He's got Ledesma to his right. On third down and goal. Ball spotted at the 2. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right, keeping it himself, trying to make a man miss. Pinballs into the end zone.
Flags.
Several flags come flying in at the end. As it stands, Carson Thornton into the end zone for the touchdown.
Big penalty there for the Lions. Going to call, take off, wipe out that touchdown. Thornton did a nice job of just being patient there as a running back, but ultimately they threw the flag on one of the lines. I didn't catch which one was holding, but that's a huge turn of events there for the Hawks. Gives them an opportunity, hopefully, here to get the stop and get the ball back in their offensive hands.
Backs him up, a 10-yard penalty to the 12. Third and goal once again. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Ledesma in the backfield. He stands behind Thornton, now motions to the right side of Thornton, who takes a snap and drops back to throw. A fade route towards the end zone. West, incomplete, but a flag is down just outside the goal line. I believe we're going to get some contact on the Hawks.
Yep. Corner had his hands on the receiver there, and I believe that was West, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
West is obviously a great athlete. That tremendous catch he had right at the end of the half, the Hail Mary that he caught, and he's certainly a threat anytime he's out there running routes. And the corner was just trying to prevent him from getting behind him and put his hands on him too much and got the foul. And, again, another situation where the Hawks give up a first down on a penalty.
So that'll move them up inside the 5 yard line here once again. And it is first down and goal from the 3. Thornton takes the high snap, gives to Ledesma, trying to stay on his feet, but he's wrestled down in the backfield. It's like we keep going forward with penalties, backward with penalties. The Hawks defense making stops behind the line of scrimmage.
I believe that was Jesse
Who wants some more?
Parson again with the tackle, got some good penetration immediately. And, yeah, you're right. This is kind of one step forward, two steps back here in this whole series for the Lions.
Second down and goal. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Thornton takes the snap, looking right, throwing West, incomplete. Great coverage there for Tyler Nelson, the sophomore corner. In on the coverage, not allowing any space for Trey West.
Yeah, that was actually really, really good coverage because, again, West, great athlete. Thornton just throwing the ball out there, hoping his athlete will be able to jump up there and catch the ball. And
he showed he can do it before half.
No doubt.
And double, maybe triple coverage.
And Nelson did a nice job of staying tight to the receiver and timing his jump perfectly to deflect the football.
Now third down and goal from the 4. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout called by Detroit.
Some confusion, I think, there with the play call. Yeah, Coach Reardon, he's talking to the quarterback as well as a couple of the other guys that weren't lined up correctly.
Well, we'll take you back to the start of this half here. We've had 2 offensive drives, one from each team in this half, and we've already gotten 9 minutes off the clock. The Hawks started with the football at the 20-yard line. A high snap pushed them back to the 5, a high snap over the head of Brent Upshaw. They got it back up to the 18, 19-yard line, but only a 10-yard punt set up the Lions in great field position. And on the first play that they had on this drive, a high snap pushed them back 20 yards. They were able to get a penalty call in their favor, a late hit that got them back up to the 30, a fresh set of downs, and now eventually finding their way inside the 5-yard line. Penalties here and there on both teams, but as it stands, it's third down and goal from the 4-yard line with 5 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Hey, they started this drive on the 30-yard line. There's been 5 minutes taken off the clock since they got the ball. Now Carson Thornton angling to the end zone. The lobbed throw is incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down and goal.
Another great play by the secondary. I think that was Quinto Wafer. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right.
Now, Tad, they are close enough to the end zone. This is extra point range.
Yeah, they could certainly attempt
and
the field goal.
Carson Thornton is the kicker that has done the extra point duties.
And it wouldn't be a bad decision because
it would put them up by 3 scores.
3 scores, yes.
We'll see what they end up deciding to do. It looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. Close enough to the end zone that it does make sense to try and go.
Well, and the other thing is your defense has played really well.
They have.
Even if you turn the ball over here on downs, you're giving the Hawks the ball on inside their own 5-yard line, more than likely.
So Thornton is lined up in the shotgun all alone. He's got 5 receivers out wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Takes the snap, dropping back to throw over the middle. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Lions.
Real simple scheme there with 3 receivers to that side. The inside receiver ran an out. That was West, kind of ran an out and up. And the second receiver in the set ran a slant inside. And Thornton read it perfectly, got the ball out quick. Touchdown for the Lions. And so, again, we're back in a situation where the Hocking Hawks are going to have to figure out a way to get things going offensively to get themselves back in this football game.
And on the website, it has Malachi Clark listed as a defensive tackle, but I was told pregame number 0 is Malachi Clark. That was who caught the touchdown. So if that is indeed correct information, it was Malachi Clark on the touchdown reception to put them up by 3 scores. Scores 26-6, pending the extra point here by Carson Thornton. The kick is up, and the kick is good. A 21-point lead for the visiting Lions. They are handing it to the Hawks here on their home field. And we will step aside here before the Hawks get it back.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice.
The Hawks set to get the football back. They've got to score, and they've got to score quick. They are down 27-6 with just about 20 minutes to go here in this ball game. An end over end kick is muffed. It's on the ground. Who came up with it? The Lions say they have it. It looked to me like the Hawks fell on it.
Yeah, it's two players right there pretty much battling it out.
Right at the 42-yard line. They're still trying to get the scrum out, and it is Lions football. A fumble, a muffed kick leads to the Lions getting the football back, already up 3 scores. Ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line.
And once again, they get the ball inside Hawks territory. Yeah, that was just a popped up. They just popped up that kick off. They've been having issues, obviously, with the kickoff the entire game. And Thornton just popped that ball up. The Hawks weren't able to cleanly catch it. Ball hit the ground. You had several players in that scrum, but it did look like to me that the Lions came up with it. Obviously, they did. And so this is a desperate situation now for the Hawks.
First down and 10 from the 41-yard line. The Lions get the football back. Thornton takes the snap, dropping back to throw, going deep. Down the left side, pass is incomplete over the head of Trey West.
Yep, going for the jugular there. Just trying to see if they could surprise the Hawks with after the turnover. Just rear back and throw it as far as they could with West, and it's pretty good odds he can run up underneath it, but even that pass was a little too far.
27-6 the score. The Community Christian College Detroit Lions out in front. They just scored about 30 seconds ago. They've got the football back after recovering a muffed kick on the kickoff. Carson Thornton stands in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to give to the back, pushing his way forward inside the 40 before being taken down there. It'll be third down.
There's Jalen Stoker, I believe, again on the tackle. He's been in on several tackles in this game. It's certainly been one of the standouts defensively for the Hawks.
The Lions look over to their sideline, trying to get the play called. They look to be poised to even that record back up at 500, up by 21 points here late in the third quarter. With the football in their possession, Thornton takes the snap, whistles blow, flags fly, plays blown dead, false start on the offense.
Been quite a few more flags here in the second half, not nearly as clean as it was in the first half. And so far, most of those flags have been on the Lions. Well, I take that back. Of course, the Hawks had that huge late hit penalty that gave the Lions a first down that last series, as well as the defensive holding. But again, just not as clean as it was in the first half. But this is another situation where the Lions are in third and long, and so far in the second half, the Hawks have not been able to take advantage of these situations when they've put the Lions behind the chains.
Third down, 11 yards to go. Thornton alone in the shotgun, and flags fly again pre-snap, another false start. Back-to-back plays. Back them up 10 combined on these last 2 plays. The clock continues to wind.
There was some movement in the interior real early on that the Hawks defenders were pointing and yelling and trying to get the officials' attention that there was already movement that happened almost immediately when they got to the line of scrimmage, but it was later movement that actually got the flag.
Under 4 minutes to go. 3rd down and long. Thornton dropping back to throw. A little screen into the flats. It's caught inside the 40. Still on his feet down to the 35 and pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 14. It'll bring up 4th down and short.
Yeah, that screenplay put the Lions in a situation here where they have a chance, a reasonable chance here to pick up the 1st down on 4th down. I suspect they'll go for it, and they are.
They spotted at the 34-yard line officially.
A must stop here for the Hawks. A must stop with about 3:30 left in the 3rd quarter.
4 receivers on the field, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back in the backfield. The train behind us. Thornton in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Pass over the left side is caught. Trey West.
I believe that's another RPO, which they've had some success with that throughout the game here and there. And a big 1st down picked up there for the Lions. They're going to be able to continue to run this clock, work this clock, and perhaps head into the 4th quarter with the football and a 3-touchdown lead.
Under 3 minutes to go. Like you said, Tad, they are in no hurry.
No.
Here in the late stages of this 3rd quarter. The Lions have already added a touchdown in this quarter. Now another flag flies.
Legal substitution, I believe.
Oh, now they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout, yeah. Coach Reardon was able to get the timeout. He knew that they were about to get flagged, but he was able to get the line judge's attention and get the timeout before the flag was thrown.
A timeout called by Detroit. We'll keep it right here for the timeout. It's just about 12 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter here, Tad. I mean, this drive is imperative that the Hawks get off the field. They've also got to turn it into points on the offensive side of the football. I still stand firm in my positioning that the Hawks defense, yes, they have given up points in this one, but it could be a lot worse. Yeah. They have kept this offense and the team as a whole in this game, but the offense hasn't picked up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, the defense has definitely given the Hawks an opportunity to win this game, but they've just not been able to do anything offensively for pretty much the entire game.
The Lions have 27 points on the board, but it's been very long drives that have started in plus territory. Not a lot of yards per play, but they've just been able to get the job done. Now on 1st down, the ball carrier down inside the 20-yard line before being ran out of bounds. Another solid pickup.
Yeah, Malik Lewis again with the carry there. He's had a nice 2nd half here so far. Kind of, again, just basically like a bowling ball back there, but he also, you can see right there, he has some breakaway speed.
Malik Lewis has been the ball carrier for most of this 3rd quarter. We have seen Mateo Ledesma in there as well. But it's been Lewis this whole drive, and he's done a good job so far. He remains in the game. Receiver out to each side. Thornton takes the snap, gives right back to Lewis, lowers the shoulder, and pushes forward to the 16-yard line. Picks up 3 more. Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
You don't want the first contact to be made by your safety coming up on Lewis, but that's what's happened here too many times here so far in this 3rd quarter.
Trey West re-enters the ball game. So we got a 2nd down and 8 coming up with 1.5 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lewis in the backfield, motions West. West takes the ball on the end around. Very patient, working the right side. Flag comes in from the back judge. And West is taken down around the 10-yard line at the end of things. We'll check on the flag.
It's way back behind. It happened early on in the play, and I think the official just signaled a hold on the Lions. Yeah, if you're the Hawks, you have to take advantage of these penalties and get the stop down. Obviously, you're heading into close to the fourth quarter here, about just a little bit over a minute left in the third quarter. There's no way that you can afford to go down 4 scores going into the fourth, so you need to get a stop, obviously. They'll be out there watching football. They know a little bit of football. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. This is a desperate situation for the Hawks. And the defense, again, as Daniel said, for the most part, they have done their job. But they need to do the job one more time here and hopefully the offense can get rolling.
They haven't been given any favors in terms of field position. They've been on their heels the whole game. Thornton, quick pass into the flats, is caught. Trying to work the outside on the left sideline and taken down right around the initial line of scrimmage.
More than likely 4-down territory. I'm guessing Coach Reardon he might be comfortable if they're able to pick up 4 or 5 more yards to attempt a field goal. Thornton has been able to show that he can probably kick and convert on 30 to 40-yard field goal.
And now they will head off. And that should be the end of this third quarter. With 10 seconds and counting, both teams off to the sideline. 27-6 the score. Lions out in front as we head to the fourth.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession. Real skills for the real world. Level up your career or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Back for the start of the fourth quarter. Both teams flip sides of the field. The Lions with the football in their possession, looking to put more points on the board. They already lead at 27-6. The Hawks in desperation mode, trying to sell out for the stop here on this third down. Thornton takes the snap, drops back, under pressure, rolling to his left. Now tries to circle it back, throws off his back foot, and it is out of bounds.
Just threw it away. Good decision there by Thornton not to take the sack, throw the ball away. Give yourself a better chance here on fourth down, and what's going to be probably fourth down and a long 9 yards for the first. I don't expect the Lions to attempt a field goal here, but we'll see.
Play took 6 seconds off the clock, 14:54 to go here in the ball game.
I think what they're going to do here is they're bringing West into the game, back onto the field here at receiver, and I would be shocked if they don't just find a way to try to throw the ball to him and see if he can make a play again.
Well, he's got one man on him. There is a safety over top on that right side. Thornton dropping back to throw, looked his way, now comes back across, and the pass is incomplete. It was West, the intended target, but he could not bring it in as he fell to the ground. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Hawks will take it back.
There was a flag. Whatever it was, it must have been against the Lions. The Hawks must have, yeah, the Hawks declined it, so they're going to take over first down.
So they got the stop. They needed that one. It's got to start now. You got to imagine if the Hawks can't put together a scoring drive here, this game is just about, not officially, but just about over.
Just starting the fourth quarter, you know, in a quarter, in a typical average quarter, you expect to get probably at least three offensive series, if not four. And so you're right, Daniel. This is a situation where pretty much the Hawks are going to need to score each time they get the ball, their hands on the ball here for the rest of the game.
It's been 21 unanswered points stretching back to the first half by the Lions. Now on 1st and 10, the give goes to the back, right up the middle, and he is not going anywhere. Kevin Gibbon not able to find much wiggle room, and the clock will wind under 14 and a half to go.
And it might be, even though you're not quite there yet, that you have to do it, but doing some no-huddle up-tempo. Of course, the Hawks often are out of, don't huddle most of the time. They're usually calling the play from the sidelines, but maybe change up the tempo as well might have some positive results.
2 in the backfield. Upshaw dropping back to throw under pressure, trying to get out. Throws over the middle. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Intended for Zakiah Davis.
I'm not sure if the defender got his hand on the ball, but it was just enough to distract the receiver. That was a pretty good throw. One of the better balls we've seen by Upshaw today. He had some pressure coming at him, but he was able to maneuver and find a lane to throw the football, and that was nearly a great play right there for the Hawks. The kind of play that you really need in this situation to get yourself going.
A rare, sluggish offensive performance for the Hawks here early on in the season. They have averaged around 30 points a game so far this year. Scored 41 in week 1, 29 to follow a couple weeks ago, and then they had 33 more last week. So far, just one score today. Down 27-6 on 3rd down. Over the middle, pass is caught. That is the running back. Gibbon taken down around the 25, but a flag does come in. And Tad thinks it's a face mask.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think it's a face mask.
Yeah, yep. So they just slipped Gibbon out of the backfield. There was a blitz. It looked like they blitzed a couple of linebackers, did the Lions. And they slipped the back out, and quickly Upshaw made a great decision there to dump the ball down to the running back. And, yes, going to tack on 15 to that. So the Hawks are moving the ball here, and this is what we need to get this thing rolling in the right direction.
Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. A net gain of 21 yards with the penalty there on that play. Now 1st and 10. Upshaw fields the errant snap and gives to Gibbon. Gibbon into the secondary. He's across midfield. Spun down at the 47-yard line.
First run we've seen in a while where there's been some space to work, and nice job there by Gibbon finding the hole.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down, and for the first time, and it feels like forever, the Hawks are in enemy territory. First time since the first half. They've had an offensive possession that ended in a 10-yard punt. They also muffed a kick after giving up a score in the 3rd quarter. So this really the second offensive possession for them in this second half. Trying to make it pay off. In plus territory, Upshaw takes the snap, drops back to throw, trying to weave out of pressure. Under pressure, just kind of flips it forward.
They may have called that a fumble. I believe they are going to call that a fumble. Yeah, because he wasn't able to really draw his arm back to throw it, and he was obviously under duress. And the defender, I believe, just kind of knocked the ball out. Actually, they're going to call him maybe in the grasp. That's what it is. They're going to call him in the grasp all the way back here at the 44-yard line of the Hawks.
It was Malachi Clark on the defensive line. There are 2 Lions wearing number 0. So, folks, we do apologize We've only got one of them listed on the roster, and that is Malachi Clark. He is on the field at defensive tackle, the one who was supplying the pressure. Upshaw going through his progressions, under pressure again. Scrambling out, he'll just throw it away.
Upshaw just not had any time for the most part throughout this game. He began getting a lot of pressure, especially from the right side of the offensive line, and they're just struggling to get the blocks up front to give him any time to work.
Brings up 3rd down and 12. Just under 12 minutes to go here in the game. Still plenty of time on the clock. But like we said, if they're not able to get in the end zone here on this drive, things are looking very bleak for the Hawks.
Yeah, it's 4 down territory, even though it's 3rd and very long.
Upshaw on the drop, going deep down the left sideline, has a man. It is
nice
caught.
Catch.
Eric Thomas pushing defenders inside the 10, down inside the 5 before being taken down. Just the spark they needed. Eric Thomas goes for over 40 yards on the pass and catch.
Beautiful ball there by Upshaw. Certainly his best throw of the day. And Thomas just showing his athleticism, his hops, went up and just snagged that football. Great play for the Hawks. This is the opportunity that they need, right, that they've been looking for. They need to convert this, turn this into points, turn it into a touchdown, get it down to 2 scores.
1st and goal from the 3. They give to Allgood, pushing. He is not going to get there. I believe they do give him 1 yard. But now if I'm the Hawks, I'm hurrying. I'm getting right back on the football here. This close to the goal line, you don't want to waste a lot of time. You want to get right in as quick as you can as they look over to the sideline for the play call.
Yeah, you start approaching that 10-minute mark and potentially be, if you score here, still be down 2 scores. You want to try to save as much of this clock as you can. But they're taking their time right here. Coach Moore and his offensive staff is wanting to make sure they make the right call.
A lot of time coming off the clock here. 10 seconds on the play clock. They have gone 30 seconds without running a play. Continues to run as Upshaw goes through the coverage, now takes the snap. The fake to Allgood, now rolling to his right, angling to the pylon. He is in. Whew. Touchdown, Brent Upshaw. He ran about 50 yards, but he got forward 3 and into the end zone.
That was all just Upshaw using his speed, using his legs. And
the clock's not stopping.
They need to stop the clock. Clock's still running. Yeah, they need to get that clock. They probably need to add 10 seconds back on the clock. But nonetheless, that's a big stop. Huge touchdown for the Hawks. And gets themselves right back in this game again with about basically 10 minutes left in the football game. That's plenty of time for the Hawks to be able to get back and perhaps tie this football game up.
Zach Oyster out for his 2nd extra point of the day. This one is up and through, and it is now a 14-point game, 27-13 with, as it appears on the scoreboard, 9:49 remaining. But like we said, that clock continued to run after Upshaw got into the end zone for a good 10 seconds.
Yeah. And, so the clock operator not doing the Hawks any favors there with that clock running. But
this is a home game.
Yeah. But nonetheless, the situation, none of it matters if the Hawks defense can't come out here and get the stop. But if they can get the stop, certainly the momentum has shifted onto the Hawks side. That was just a huge throw and catch there from Upshaw to Thompson that really set him up for the touchdown, for the score. I'm sorry, Thomas, not Thompson. Upshaw to Thomas. And a great catch, great throw. Again, it was exactly what the Hawks needed in that situation. And now we have a football game, folks. Again, plenty of time left here with 9:49 on the clock. And it doesn't look like they're going to add any time back, so that's what we're going to roll with.
10 seconds wasted, and that's been a storyline here today. Is that in that first half, head coach Craig Moore calling a timeout with a minute left on 4th down and long, gave the Lions a full minute to get down the field, and eventually led to the Hail Mary touchdown right before half. I think that if he lets it go, an onside kick here that will roll out of bounds. I think if head coach Craig Moore lets that clock roll on 4th down, we don't see that Hail Mary before the half, and it's only a one-score game at this point in time. And now those extra 10 seconds that run off the clock there, every second matters, especially when you're trying to come back in a game. We'll see how it comes back.
They had the Lions fooled on that onside kick, and it was almost perfectly executed, just a little too much heat on it from the kicker. But Linnell Martin, who was on that side for the Lions, he was dropping back to go block, and he didn't see the onside initially. And if that ball had been a little bit slower coming off the foot, the Hawks may have been able to recover.
Now, what do you know? The Lions starting in plus territory on the 42-yard line. They've started with the ball right around the 40.
Starting to feel like arena football here with only half a field.
3 or 4 times today they've started around the 40. On 1st and 10 from the 42. Thornton takes the snap. He's going to give to the back. Trying to work the left side, taken down just across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, big hit there. Coming up from the secondary, number 47. I don't have that on my roster for the Hawks.
Shaheed Davis.
Yeah, did a really nice job there coming from his corner position, hitting the running back low. Helmet popped off there. I'm not sure whose helmet was, but it was a big hit.
2nd down and 9 yards to go from the 41. They do give him a gain of 1. Now on 2nd down, they're going to give it right back to him. Trying to work the left side. Spun down inside the 35-yard line is Trey West. Before they unpile all the bodies on the football there. And there is an injured Lion on the field. We'll step aside for an injury timeout.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started. They helped 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession, real skills for the real world. Level up your career, or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Welcome back. 8:50 to go here in the ball game. Fresh out of the injury timeout. A give on 3rd down and short. I don't think he got there.
No, he's short about half yard to a yard. And so obviously huge 4th down here for the Hawks.
Malik Lewis calling for a substitution. It will be Mateo Ledesma coming in on this 4th down and short. Just inches is needed here on this 4th down. If the Hawks are able to get a stop here, all of a sudden you're looking at a
at
a ball game.
It's a real opportunity for the Hawks if they get the stop here.
From the 33-yard line.
Got everybody up on the line, or everybody up there in the box.
4th and inches. Thornton hands. Ledesma didn't get
they
there.
Got the
A
stop.
turnover on downs. The Hawks stand tall, and they get the football back with 7:54 to go.
Great job by the defensive line there, getting some penetration, resetting the line of scrimmage into the Lions' backfield, and a huge stop for the defense. Again, this Hawks defense has played a really good game. Even though they've given up some points here, a lot of that's been because they've been on the short side of the field. They've been defending a short field the whole game, but they've definitely done a really nice job, even more so in the second half. And they've given their offense plenty of opportunity here now to get themselves back in this game. They're already back in the game, but they can certainly get it down to a one-score game here with about 7:54 left, folks, in this game.
Here come the Hawks. Upshaw in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands to the back, spun down at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two behind. The carry is all good, going nowhere.
It's just a matter of time before they go to Thomas again. You know, just too good of an athlete out there to not just take the chance to toss it up and see if he can't jump up like he did before and snag the ball.
He spotted at the 33-yard line. Here on second down. Three receivers to the left. Upshaw takes the snap. He's going to the left, pass deep, and it is incomplete, broken up. What a play in coverage by the Lions.
Yeah, the safety just barely got over there. Safety or maybe the corner. I was kind of lost watching the what was happening there on the line of scrimmage. The quarterback, I believe it was the safety, was able to get over top there and just barely get a hand and distract Thomas. It did hit Thomas in both hands, but the ball was kind of pulled out of his hands by the safety.
So now it'll be third down and 10. 7:16 to go, a 27-13 ball game. Hawks trying to get back into it. Upshaw scanning the field, pump fakes over the middle, now rolls to his right and throws. It's intercepted. Brought down, he was down by contact. That was number 4, Dinero Harris.
We got a flag in the backfield.
Now we'll check on that flag, but if it was in the backfield, that's in the area of a holding, and that is the call. Holding on the Hawks. They turn it over. A big-time interception by Dinero Harris.
Yeah, I think maybe Upshaw didn't anticipate Daenerys being able to jump up and catch that ball. He was just looking for any open receiver, trying to make a play, maybe slightly underthrown, and the Lions were able to hop up and get that pick off the ball. And now it's a situation where the Hawks defensively, they have to get a 3-and-out here and try to quickly get the ball back into the offense's hands.
Defense giving the offense opportunities, but the offense unable to cash in yet again. Score remains 27-13 with 7 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the ball game. Lions take it back at the 41-yard line. Motion man right to left. Thornton in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, he's going to give. It's Ledesma trying to work the left side. Ledesma on his feet into the secondary. Dives forward past the 35. He picks up 7 on first down.
Cannot give up a first down here. Otherwise, you're just going to lose too much time on the clock. You still have a chance here if you can get a 3-and-out or a 4-and-out. Their Lions will probably go for it in a fourth down situation with where the football is out on the field.
They do spot it at the 35 officially. As the Lions look over to their sideline to get the play call. Under 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
A lot of confusion here for the Lions lining up.
And they're going to call a timeout. They will use the timeout with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go on the clock. We'll take it with them.
I'm Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Coach Reardon might be going on the IR. He was trying to get everybody's attention, get everybody lined up, and I think he was trying to jump up and down or do something. You may have twisted his ankle there, and he's trying to walk it off on the sidelines.
Speedy recovery wishes to him. Now on second down and 4, they give to the back They've been working that left side a lot here today, and on this drive specifically, Tad gets it forward for a few.
Yeah, and it's a must stop for the Hawks defense. They've been kind of in this situation really throughout the entire game. But hopefully they can give their offense one more opportunity here. Third and about, what'd you say, Daniel, 2 or 3? Now we'll call it 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, he got forward. It says 3rd and 2 on the scoreboard, but the ball spotted at the 34-yard line. The line to gain is the 31, so it is 3rd down and 3. From the Hawks 33, now whistles blow again. And the clock will wind. We're ready to go. 5 minutes to go here in the ballgame, just over. A few seconds over 5 minutes. And the snap, the give, it goes to the back, pushing his way forward. I don't think he got there. It's going to bring up a 4th down and short.
Yeah, 4th and still about a long 1 or 2 yards to go. So Hawks certainly have an opportunity here to get the 4 and out. Again, I'm just assuming that the Lions are going to go for it here on 4th down. Looks like they're going to get West back on the football field. Perhaps a passing situation. They might decide to put the ball in the air here on 4th down.
Quick pass into the flats or a screen pass to the running back. We have seen quite a few screens from Detroit so far today. They've got 20 seconds to snap the ball, still trying to get substitutions sorted out. With 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the ball game, it is 4th down and 2. They do mark it at the 33. Thornton in the shotgun, fakes the give, now going deep, down the left sideline, incomplete. Great defensive play, and now the Hawks stand over, and they're going to get a taunting penalty.
Oh, my goodness. They did exactly what they needed to do defensively, and then just silly there by the Hawks secondary. One of their guys standing over top of the receiver. You almost had a sense that's what the Lions were going to try to do, throw it to their great athlete, Wes.
And I don't want to say the wrong number, or I don't want to say the wrong name here, but I believe that it was number 2, Quinta Wafer, that stood over and talked a little
There's
smack.
A flag in the backfield here, too.
So maybe offsetting penalties.
Yep.
They're going to call it a 1st down.
Must have both been on, maybe in a late hit on the quarterback and a unsportsmanlike conduct on the Hawks. So they just managed right there to essentially beat themselves, and they've been doing that quite a bit this game, just not being disciplined in their actions. And now it's a situation with just a little over 4 minutes left. Lions are going to be in no hurry to score here. They're perfectly fine just hanging on to the football and running this clock down. The Hawks do have all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
27-13 the score, 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go. It is 1st and goal from the 9 for Detroit.
Trying to reset the play clock.
Still working on it. Now we're good to go. The play clock runs. Under 20 seconds to snap, they get it off. Thornton hands right off to Ledesma, trying to go forward right up the gut. He gets maybe a yard.
Boy, it's just so aggravating to see that happen for the defense, to get those, what amounted, I think, to 2 penalties there on the defense on a big 4th down where they looked like they got the stop. The ball was dropped by West. And so they could have given the ball back to their offense, only down 2 scores with over 4 minutes left, but instead they give the Lions a cheap 1st down, and the Lions are going to use as much of this clock as they can.
Under 3.5 to go. 10 seconds on the play clock. Thornton stands in the shotgun, and there's going to be a false start. The Hawks clapping it up, signaling that it's on the Lions. That'll back them up 5. Well, you look at the scoreboard, there's not much to be pleased about if you're a Hawks fan, but this defense, despite the fact that the Lions have 27 points, they've got something to build upon here in this one. They have struggled the past couple of weeks, giving up a good amount of points. 41 2 weeks ago and over 50 last week, but they have been on their heels seemingly every single drive today, and they've only given up 4 scores. Now, obviously you don't want to give up 27 points in a game, but with the way that it's gone,
any defense,
they've looked good.
If any defense, I don't care who it is, Pee Wee League to NFL, if you're on your side of the field pretty much every single series outside of 1 or 2, if you're starting on your own side of the field defensively, you're going to give up quite a few points. And for them to only give up 27 points is impressive, and it's certainly a positive thing for Coach Moore and his defensive squad. Again, what happened there with those penalties on that 4th down play, that's just killer. Can't have that. Absolutely cannot have that. But nonetheless, there's certainly some positives that you can take away.
3 minutes and 8 seconds. Thornton in the shotgun. He's going to give. It's Ledesma. Tried to work the left side, now spins it back up middle of the field, pushing his way forward down to the 6.
Just pinballing through the defenders. And the Hawks defense, the reason why they've had some success today is because they're all rallying to the football. Every single time you're seeing 4, 5, 6, 7 Hawks helmets and hats involved. And so that's obviously something good. And so, again, another positive for Coach Moore to work off of.
2.5 minutes to go here in this ball game from Hocking College. 27-13 the score. The Hawks looking for a miracle. Backed up on their own goal line on the defensive side. It is 3rd down from the 6. 3rd and goal. Thornton, hands, Ledesma, up the middle. Stopped at the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. And we have reached the 2-minute warning here from Hocking. We'll step aside. 27-13 Lions.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division of Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession, real skills for the real world. Level up your career, or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Two minutes to go. The Lions with the football. It is 4th and goal from the 2. They're going for it. Thornton takes the snap, gives to Ledesma, trying to work the outside, angling to the pylon. He dives. He's not in.
No, he went down probably about, literally the 6-inch line. And so the Hawks are going to take over. And I know crazy things have happened in the world of college football and in sports in general. You got 1:54 left. You're all the way down on your 1-inch line, essentially. And you got to drive the length of the field.
This has
for
to be
one score.
This has to be the Eric Thomas drive.
Yeah,
you got to take a cut. You got to take a few shots. Yeah. Get out of your end zone first.
Right.
But after that, you got to take some shots to Eric Thomas. He has pulled in a deep ball already today.
And you see they got him over there isolated all by himself. But they also have 2 defenders. They're basically double teaming Thomas, which is obviously a good call for Coach Reardon and the Lions.
1st and 10. Upshaw stands in his own end zone, and they're going to run it out. They get forward about 5.
Yeah, hustle up the line. You should have 2 plays already called. You should already have 2. You should know what the next play is right now and be up on the ball, be snapping the ball as soon as that official sets it.
Clock winds, about a minute and a half to go here in the ball game. Play clock just now under 40 seconds. Upshaw takes the snap, dropping back to throw. He's going over the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Will stop the clock. In and out of the hands of the tight end. That's number 83, Riley Hatfield.
Yeah, they're going to have to take a deep shot here soon, real soon. I would like to see maybe one of those inside receivers up the seam, because right now they're double covering Thomas over on the one side, and they're kind of leaving the middle of the field wide open. If they could get somebody right up the, basically right over the football, right up the middle of the field, they have a zone there that's wide open with that double coverage over on Thomas.
Minute and 24 on the clock. Upshaw dropping back to throw. Down the left side, I believe he was looking for Eric Thomas, but he threw it way behind him.
Thomas broke out on a hook route, and Upshaw was expecting a curl route to the inside, and it's just some miscommunication there. Now we're already on to a 4th down.
It is 4th down and 6 from the 5-yard line. This drive started at the 1.
It's all hand signals. They're using all hand signals, to call these plays, and chances are they just misread one of those signals. Somebody misread a signal, clearly.
Minute and 20, 40 seconds off the clock. Upshaw takes the high snap down, throws over the middle. It's incomplete. In and out of the hands of a defender. Flag flies. About 30 yards the flag flies.
Late hit. Came awfully late.
4 seconds off the clock on that play. Would be a turnover on downs.
They're going to call defensive holding. So that's going to give the Hawks still another opportunity here. Going to give them an automatic 1st down. And we're down to a minute 16. Again, it's obviously, if something miraculously here could happen, they need to pretty much score, I would say, within the next 2 or 3 plays to even make it feasible.
Minute 16, 1st down and 10. Ball spotted just beyond the 15-yard line. Upshaw takes a snap. They are going deep. Intended for Eric Thomas. He stumbled.
I think they're going to call offensive pass interference on that.
There is a flag on the field.
Yeah, offensive pass interference. Thomas stumbled, and he was afraid that the corner was going to be able to pick the ball off, so he grabbed some jersey, which was the right choice for Thomas.
It will be another 1st down play.
Yeah, they're going to back it up here. But you're in a situation where you have to take those chances. You're going to have to throw the ball deep and just hope something happens. Ball gets bounced around or somebody slips and falls in the secondary to give yourself a chance. This is also where you might want to think about if you have any kind of razzle-dazzle, hook and ladder type play, you might want to do that now instead of waiting toward the very end.
On 1st down, Upshaw taking the snap, now stepping up. Down the left side, he will angle out of bounds, and he'll pick up about 7. Clock will stop with a minute 3.
Makes this situation, it's really difficult for the offensive line because obviously the defense knows that the ball is going to be thrown, and so they're pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback, and that offensive line has struggled really throughout the game to give Upshaw any time, so this is even more difficult now.
Now they get on it quickly with the clock stopped. Upshaw taking the snap. He throws down the left side. That pass is caught. Trying to get out of bounds is Zakiah Davis. I don't believe he got there.
Got to take a timeout.
The clock will continue to run under 50 seconds.
They do have 2 timeouts left, right? You have to take that timeout right there. You can't afford to lose the time.
10 seconds have come off the clock since. Upshaw taking the snap, dropping back, now stepping up, going deep. Left side, it is over the head and just beyond the outstretched arms of the secondary. It was tipped. The clock will stop with 32 seconds.
lying down on the knee, either trying to catch his breath or something. Yeah, I think he's just trying to catch his breath there. They've been busy chasing Upshaw here for much of the second half.
It is 3rd down and 1 with 32 seconds to go. Upshaw scanning, now rolling, trying to get out of pressure. On the left side, he just throws it away. Out of bounds, clock stopped with 23 seconds. It's now 4th down and 1, and we have two players down on the field, one from each team. An injury timeout here from Hocking College, 23 seconds to go.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession, real skills for the real world. Level up your career, or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Heat has really gotten to these players here late in the 4th quarter. It's been a hot one for sure for a late September football game. Warmer than what I think is typical, and it's gotten to them, and so several are struggling here to finish out this game.
One of the linemen for the Hawks having to be helped to the sideline, not putting any weight on his leg.
Yeah, we got a couple others that are cramping up.
Yeah, there are a couple of Lions.
They might be losing their breakfast too, I'm not sure.
There are a couple Lions behind the end zone on the ground as we get set on 1st down. The Lions will kneel it out in victory formation, and that will do it from Hocking College. The Hawks fall to 1-3 on the season. They've lost 3 straight after losing here today, 27-13. And the Community Christian College Detroit Lions, well, they snap a 2-game slide and move back to 500 here on the young season. We'll be right back to wrap this one up. Once again, it's the Lions 27, the Hawks 13.
Chief Barber from the Nelsonville Division Fire here in Nelsonville, Ohio. We're here to briefly talk about the basket program we have here in the city of Nelsonville. Back in 1948, the basket program started to help 14 needy families. 2025 marks the 77th year of the basket program. This is a collaborative effort between our fire department and the York Township Volunteer Fire Department. That's about 2.5 miles from our station. This year, we aim to help over 200 needy families in the community, and every contribution for this program helps.
Hocking College is the natural choice for your college education. At Hocking College, we turn passion into profession, real skills for the real world. Level up your career, or try something totally new. This is your sign, right here, right now, in the Hocking Hills. Apply today. Change your tomorrow at Hocking College.
Welcome back. Post-game from Hocking College. The Hawks fall here on their home field for the first time this year, 27-13. The final score. They fall at the hands of Community Christian College of Detroit. The Lions come in and take it on the road. These two teams will meet up again in Week 7. That will be in Detroit. A 4-hour bus ride for the Hawks to try and avenge this loss. It just was not pretty on the offensive side of the football. Daniel Barnard alongside Tad Steinbrink. And Tad, it was a very different story today than what we saw in Week 1 when the Hawks put up 41 points with the football in their hands. One of them, I believe, was a pick six, if I remember correctly. 41 points in week one, only 13 here today. It's their lowest point total on the season. They put up 41 week one, 29 week two, 33 last week. But now they only score twice here today and lose 27-13. What stood out to you?
Well, if you had have told me to start the game that the defense was going to play this well, especially, again, backed up into their own side of the field almost the entire game and hold the Lions only to 27 points, I would have told you, we'll take that. I'd feel pretty good if I was Coach Moore about that. But for whatever reason, the offensive side, they just could not get things going today. They kind of couldn't get out of their own way with some silly penalties as well as bad snaps and also just not being able to give Upshaw really any time at all when he was throwing the football. It was just a bad combination. They did finally get some things going there in the fourth quarter. Were able to get the game back into within reach. But, boy, it had been interesting to see if the Hawks did not commit those penalties on that fourth down play there with about 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. If they had given the ball back to the Hawks offense, I think, they had the momentum going and they were starting to move the ball more effectively. It would have been interesting to see how things could have played out, but we're playing the what-ifs now. For Coach Moore and the squad, you got to figure things out. Again, you do have the positives that you come out of this. The defense played well. They played well. Again, 27 points. Yes, that's 27 points. But if you just for those of you who watched the entire game, you know what Daniel and I are saying when we say the defense played well, because they were really on their side of the field, and it wasn't their fault. They were on the side of the field basically the entire game.
They fall to 1-3 due the Hawks on the young season. The Lions move to 2-2. Next week, looking ahead, week 5, the Hawks will travel to Uniondale, New York to take on Nassau Community College. That's about a 9-hour bus ride. They've definitely been on the bus for a lot of time here early on in the season. It was a double-digit hour ride up to Hudson Valley. It was around 7 to the College of DuPage. Now they get 9 more without stops up to Uniondale, New York. So a lot of travel before they come home and take on Erie Community College in 2 weeks. We will be back for that one here at Hocking College. As for Detroit, they will move on to face Grand Valley State next week. That is in Allendale, Michigan, so not as far of a drive for them next week. They'll take on Grand Valley State. These two teams, once again, will meet back up in week 7. That will be in Detroit at Community Christian College of Detroit. That will be in week 7, like I said. So these two teams will do battle one more time this year before calling it wraps. But as for us up here in the booth, that'll just about do it. For Tad Steinbrake, I'm Daniel Barnard. I want to give a huge shout-out to our producer, Shane Fredericks, here this afternoon, manning the controls. Appreciate Shane, as always, getting the job done for us, bringing you live coverage of Hocking football. From all three of us and everybody at Total Media Sports and Total Media Radio, we say thank you so much for tuning in.